Jazz hands, guys. Come on, let's do jazz hands, Babyface. Let's see the jazz hands. There we go. Kevin is boxing it up. Kevin Dixie's back on the show. The big Dixie.
Dixis Maximus.
Back on the show. Diximus Maximus is back. Kevin is boxing
Good people.
Someone's getting someone.
Sorry. Forgive me, Father. I've sinned.
Walter, where's your jazz hands, Walter? Come on. Jazz hands, there you go. We are live. We are live. This is episode 150 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, live from the Big Daddy Gun Studios. Right, see right there, Big Daddy Gun Studios, and it's a free for all Monday, yo. Free for all Monday. Walter's ready to talk about guns. He's got guns up in there.
I got me a genuine hillbilly shotgun. So
there you go.
Is there a hammer on that or no hammer?
No hammer. This is a Savage 520.
Okay.
Yeah.
Browning pattern Savage.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Walter's got that. Kevin Dixie, there he goes. He's looking extremely light-skinned. While he was gone, he had like special surgery. He's trying to.
Oh God! Don't start no rumors.
Kevin's trying to get that Michael Jackson on. No.
Yeah, this is what happens when you've been moving around in your studio a lot and you didn't put the tape on the floor to understand what a light should be.
What is it, Kevin? Vitiligo? You got a
vitiligo? Yeah, I think it's what.
Shit, sorry.
Yeah. It's what? Bleach?
Say bleach. I mean,
you bleach. Okay, you do that. Okay, that's all right. Because I don't want the people to think all of a sudden Kevin Dixie got light skinned on us. So,
man.
So okay, we'll come back to Kevin in a second.
I don't think I could say that to Kevin. Okay, but you guys can have that conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So Babyface is also here. What's up, Patrick? What's going on? Patrick's here, all ready to go. He's looking very serious. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm reading news over here. I'm trying to find some news to read.
Oh, he's reading news. Okay, we are live, guys. We're back. We had the rally in Tally, pro Second Amendment rally in Tally. Every time people go up to Tallahassee, it's always the rally in Tally. So it just rhymes, so everyone uses that. We had the pro Second Amendment one yesterday, and we're going to talk about that. It's Monday. There's news. There's all kinds of gun control stuff coming. Tony, the owner of Big Daddy Guns over there. I don't know if you can hear the big mouth going.
A little bit in the background.
Yeah. So there you go. Like inside voice, Tony. Inside. Oh, Tony's updating. Yeah, you could come say what's up to the people if you want. I got a whole bunch of his stuff in here. If they're gonna hear you, you might as well hear me. What's going on? Get ready to leave. Got your backpack on.
My backpack.
Ready for survival. What's this thing? Knife. Okay, and then your phone. Okay. Oh, okay. And it's apocalyptic green. Zombie apocalypse.
Exactly.
Okay. What else you got in there?
My bike lights.
Oh. Why do you have bike lights?
I'm on my bike, man.
Oh.
You ask a dumb question, you get
Tony was actually a exactly right. Tony was actually a competitive writer, right? Yeah, used to write up. Did you ever ride with Lance Armstrong and all that? You did? Okay. Were you guys like taking up the steroids together?
If you ever want to have that discussion, I'll tell you how it really works.
There you go. We'll talk about that one of these days.
Never cut and dry.
Yeah. So how's everything? You're updating Lola on what's going on?
They did not vote today.
They did it?
They added an amendment, which is not good.
Okay.
Push the vote off until later tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, so they added something. What did they add?
The amendment basically excludes teachers from being armed unless they take the sheriff's or state Florida Troopers Reserve Officer Training course.
Okay.
However, then it leaves the authority to arm or not arm the teachers up to the local county sheriff.
See, so it made that whole teacher thing weaker.
If you're in a county that has a liberal sheriff, forget it. None of the teachers are going to be armed.
So they weakened that, even though they put those two things together to compromise.
Right.
And they're already weakening it. We should just throw that whole thing out then.
You should contact your state senators and state representatives and tell them vote no, period, at all, no infringement.
Absolutely. And also get in touch with the governor and tell him to back down and don't sign that into law.
To put those up on the site.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And Tony and Sherry were both with us yesterday at the rally in Tally. Did you have a good time?
I did.
Okay, awesome. We're going to talk about that tonight. I even, for the first time, guys, I like spoke live. I had a megaphone.
You did. He was great.
Yeah. I don't even know what the hell I said. I have no idea. All I know, they were like, yeah, you're going up now. I was like, okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so there you go. We'll have some kind of video of it later. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
See you, man.
Okay, so there you go. That's a gun store owner, businessman, put in everything, you know, putting his I don't know how to say this, like not putting his money where his mouth is because he's doing that, but actually showing up and fighting for the Second Amendment, still fighting. He's leaving now, you know, but he's still fighting and encouraging you guys to fight for the Second Amendment in Florida. As you heard from him, it's obviously gotten weaker. We'll try to cover this. If there's anyone watching us that's in Florida here that wants to give us some updates, we'll do that. James Ledger, he lost his voice over the weekend. I don't know if he has it back on. Lola, it's up to you. You could check with him.
He wasn't doing well.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that well. We'll try to get him to actually come back on once he's recovered and everything. I mean, he lost his voice and he was still pushing it. So go ahead.
Hey, Hank.
What's up?
I don't mean to cut you off. Just if you look in the chat, looks like I don't even want to try to say the name because it might come out being wrong. But somebody said about the bill that they did vote on it and it passed 20-18. So that's in the chat. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, we'll cover it because there's a whole bunch of things going on. I think it kind of works like it does on the national level. So it's going from different houses and stuff like that, you know, back and forward. It's not really a law until the governor signs it.
Do you remember the name? It's SB.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Hold on one second.
I'll just look in the state site and see what it says.
Yeah, I think it's what was it? SB7026.
Oh.
SB7026. So you know a lot of this stuff is changing very rapidly. From and by the way, Tony is directly connected to a lot of the politics that's going on the Republican side.
I'm not connected at all. Is this about guns and teachers?
Yeah,
well, this is. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, read third time today. This is as of 3/5. Amendments adopted 126060 and 685428. And then it says CS passed as amended 20 yeas, 15 nays.
Yeah.
So I don't know the next path for it. Obviously, it's not law yet, but.
Yeah, you're coming in a little quiet, Babyface, but yeah. Wow. So from what we'll look into that, and anyone that has better news or whatever, let us know, and we'll keep trying to update what's going on here. But it seems like they're trying to. What they really wanted to do, from my understanding, is make a compromise bill. So they wanted to give us where the teachers can have guns, and then at the same time put in more gun laws, gun restrictions.
Oh no, none of that.
Okay, gun control. So they put those two things together. No. Immediately, we say no to that crap. I'm happy for them to do something to allow teachers and other responsible people to be armed in schools. They put those two things together, and then today they made an amendment to weaken the teacher side of it. You know, we don't need any of this. Like they should pass no laws right now.
None of it. Don't need any of it. This is not the time to do it.
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to get deep into this. What I want to do is I want to encourage everyone to please click the thumbs ups. We need those thumbs ups. Okay, guys, we need as many as possible. We have like 160 plus people right now here in the chat with us. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Please click the thumbs ups. Share this if you can. I've shared some stuff on my social media. You can look and see what Walter shared or what Kevin shared, and you can repost it or comment on it. And all that kind of stuff helps us to keep this going. We are going to be doing. I'm going to be picking a winner of the ATI Outdoors. I don't even know where the handguard is.
So what are they getting for that?
Huh?
What are they getting for the ATI Outdoor winner?
What is the winner getting?
Yeah, what is the winner getting?
Yeah, a 15-inch handguard, which I have right here from ATI Outdoors, which is a new sponsor of the situation. Ooh. So there you go. They are a new sponsor that came on for the situation. We're sponsored by Safety Harbor Firearms, Andrews Custom Leather, of course, Big Daddy Guns. So we're giving this away. I did something on Friday And I posted something on Instagram and Facebook, and ATI Outdoors also reposted that on their Facebook and their Instagram. If you look in the description, you'll see links to their Facebook and their Instagram. Go there, comment, like, share, follow them, all that kind of good stuff on either or both, whatever floats your boat. And sometime tonight, I'm going to get a name from them, and I'm going to announce that name. And then tomorrow, I'm going to check that against our email list and make sure that that person is in the email list. If you don't know about that, it's hankstrange.tv. You go there, you put your email in the list, and then that way we can keep up with you. But what I'm doing to make it fun for you is I'm going to do giveaways. I'm going to let you guys know of other cool things that we have going on. So that's that. I'm going to now jump in and look at, like, do some shout outs. You guys feel free to, you know, let me know if you see anything going on in the chat. I was actually #1 today.
No, okay.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, Michael Bender was first. He says he's first. Joe Carpenter also in here. James SD says #Buzzy. He says busy, blah blah blah.
Oh, busy. Buzzy.
That's Buzzy Buzzy's like younger sister or something. Busy. So there you go. Chris Bullis. Let's see who else. Sketchy Roll says hey. Chris Illog says got dibs. What's up to Chris Illog? I think Chris Illog's going to be coming up here to visit me in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, we'll see how that works out. Chris Illog should be coming up. The Archangel says, great interview, Hank, with MW Tactical today. Yes, I did do an interview with Michael from MW Tactical. That's somewhere in the universe. I don't even know right now. We need to find out so we could share it. Check out MW Tactical, or if he's in here, he'll let us know where that is. I'm not sure if it was for him or Black Man with a Gun or both. Efrain Rodriguez Jr. also here. The Tyven Show is in here. Shout out to the Tyven Show. Let's see. Rebel Sapper says, what's up? There you go. Let's see who else. The Juice says, HK Snob rolling through. This must be one of Kevin's people.
I love it.
They're trying to troll us. Kevin's got the troll. HK trolls, Kevin. I hope you got hats. Hope you got hats and patches or something for these guys. You better make some.
I'm gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, get something from HK. I mean, come on now. You know, let's see who else is in here. Gorillas and Guns is in. Let's see. Caleb Nemeth says, when will we be starting? That was probably a while ago. We're starting now, Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
We're actually now. This is the future, and we're starting. We usually start around 7 for everyone. If you don't know, I might set it all up 22, 32, 5 minutes too. Depends on what's going on around here. 33 Bravo says, what's shaking bacon? Vanessa Kitty is also in here. SoCal Gunner says, what's up, peoples? Raleigh Wilkes says, hey, folks, too sweet in the house. Let's see. Hamburger Helper is also in there. Boss Hog. And LV Louis Cypher. Foulmouth Actual. Did I say that already? I don't know. E-Rock says he's here as well. Let's see. Jeremy Helmick. I can't remember if I said that or not. John Doubt. Recall Junkie 1981. Nightmare 03. Lupe Castillo. Casino Boss. Cyrus 308. Darryl Freeman. Streetport 13B.
People are brutal.
Yeah. Stefano Dog. David Rocks. Christopher Stout. Says, did anyone see the interview with Ted Nugent that Alex Jones did talking about how the president is playing the left and not betraying the Second Amendment?
I believe it.
I kind of was saying that earlier, but nobody wanted to listen to me.
And we're still not listening to you, Walter.
That's a way that you negotiate, my friend. So
because Ted Nugent said it, it makes it true.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, I didn't say that, but I didn't have to hear it from Sweaty Teddy. I knew that already.
Teddy?
Oh wait, it's Sweaty Teddy.
You ever seen Ted Nugent in the old days when he's in concert? That motherfucker he'd jump off the speaker. That's why he had his knees redone. He's a wild man, but not anymore. So much.
So here's the thing, Walter. If we are proven to be wrong, if you are right, if the president is playing some kind of like next level extraterrestrial chess or whatever, you could beat us up with the I told you.
I'll gladly eat crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will happily get beaten by the "I told you so" stick. So, you know, but I don't know. I don't really believe it. I think there's lots of craziness going on right now. The Armsman says, "Good evening, Strangerholics." El Jefe says, "HK got nothing on my Glock." Bote. He says,
I got news for you. They do, but anyway.
Walter is hitting them up tonight. Nico Sauer says Trump is a turncoat. Period. Will Killer Keller says DACA.
Yep. Look at DACA. Just what with DACA. He did the same thing to the lefties. They sunk their own ship.
Okay, you're gonna have to break that one down for us.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Yeah, because I missed. I missed it. Like what? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He offered them everything they wanted, but that wasn't what they wanted. They wanted more.
Of course.
So he said, "All right, well, that's all you're getting," and they say no, so they'll just let it expire. Done, finished, over.
Okay. I understand where you're going now.
So he went to talk to the libs, and they got all giddy and happy. Oh, my dad is coming to talk to us. But that's not what they want. They want more than what he's willing to offer. So they're not going to take any of it.
Yeah, listen, that may or may not be true. We should make sure we keep up the pressure. And
no problem with that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying he's a master of negotiations. So
the same man that said we should give away due process in certain situations. And that ain't a master, that's a buffoon.
All right. And what happened? Everybody gets all riled up and starts screaming at the top of their things, like he did with this shithole comment. That wasn't even, you don't even know if that was his comment. But everybody gets riled up, and then nothing happens.
It's not even an issue of getting riled up. I'm looking at any man. Doesn't matter if you're holding an office of the presidency or not, but you're a decision maker in this country, and you stand in front of cameras and press and interviews and other politicians. And when your vice president says, "Hey, you know, we get a call, we'll make sure we go through the proper steps, proper process, do everything legal," and then you say, "Nah, that takes too long. We'll take it," and then have them fight through court, through due process to get it back.
But he knows that's not going to happen.
But the fact that you would say that out of your mouth is still a horrible representation. Like, I wouldn't care who said it, but
that's the point I wanted to make, Kevin, just real quick, because I'm with you on this one. What if Obama would have said that?
Would have been.
He would have been applauded, my friend.
By you?
He would have been. No. He would have been applauded by his people. Oh man, you're right, man. Go get him. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? But Walt, you know what? You actually make a valid point.
He could not say anything wrong, Kevin.
No. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not even.
When you supply guns to the Mexicans and guns to the ISIS, and they still don't care.
That was flat out wrong. But and I'm not saying he was right, and if he said it would be right, I'm not defending anything he would have said. What I'm saying is your point, which I'm not arguing, actually reinforces the point I'm making, because the Barack, especially around second term, we can argue if he was going to come after guns, that would have been when he did it, right? He became more boisterous, nothing to lose, right? So he started really saying how he felt. Well, it's not something Trump is supposed to even stand for. We wouldn't have been shocked if Barack said it, because we understand that at least his ploy was going to be to get guns. Trump's not supposed to be coming after him, let alone saying, "Hey, it takes too long to go through the legal process that we've established in this country, so we're going to circumvent that and make you fight for your guns back if we deem that we should take them." So who's making that decision? So I'm basically saying anybody from the anti-gun side, we expect them to say stuff like that, right? And that's what we fight and argue about. We don't expect our friends to say that, and that's what makes it extra harmful.
And we should go on alert. We should go on alert. I'm not saying that I don't believe, because I know there's lots of people out there that say, hey, you know, this is just a strategy. But that's what we were talking about here at the beginning of this, here in Florida, where people are like, hey, we got to give these people something. So we want the teachers to be able to have these guns in the school. Let's give them that. And they go, okay, yeah, because we want to put some new gun control laws in. We put those two things together, and they're already weakening those things. Now, if the end result becomes that all of that dies and no new laws come about, that I'm good with that. You understand? If that is some kind of super strategy or whatever, but we cannot get complacent. I think gun owners, the biggest problem we've had since just before Trump got elected is gun owners just started getting really, really complacent. Pro Second Amendment people started getting really, really complacent. And you could have all these strategies and you can create something thinking that, okay, this is just a ploy, this is just a smoke screen, and still get that damn thing. So you have to be really, really careful here.
Yeah, and this is, I think this is, I put out a series, a little 4-part series called We the People. And what I was saying throughout that whole thing is, you know, like clearly, like I've told everybody, right? I didn't support Hillary. I have to always start with that, but I didn't support Trump either. But even for the guys that do or didn't, it doesn't matter at this point, because if we the people don't realize that the elite, I don't care if you go by money, I don't care if you go by political status or both, you know, however you want to frame it up. Ultimately, we're all pawns to them, right? To a degree, we are. It's not saying nothing ever truthful comes out of their mouth, but I doubt if anywhere more so than not is the truth. I believe there's always more deception than anything. So I believe that people, us, we need to remind government where their proper place is. And I'm not saying do that with guns and shooting at people. I'm just saying there needs to be a process where we take control back and let them know where their place lies. Because for you to run anybody, for you to run off the backs of gun owners, because that's what Trump did. You know, you definitely got over the hill because of gun owners. And for you to run off the back of gun owners and then feel that you're in a comfortable enough space to say things like you've been saying, it's not really a reflection on him. It's a reflection on gun owners. Why aren't you scared of our vote now? Like, why aren't you scared of what's going to happen in 3 years when we come back around? Are we just that gullible if he comes out and say we're sorry? And he'll do it, and so do other politicians. So I'm not even picking on him in that regard. So why aren't we taking our power back and holding these people accountable? We just let them play us, you know, and going about their merry lives while they're affecting our freedoms. Because I'll tell you what, nobody on any president level is ever going to have to worry about protection, security, and guns again in their life. No, right? But they'll play us like that. So why are we so open to allow left, right, middle, whomever, rich? Why are we so open as we the people to allow them to use us like that? That's what I'm really confused about.
No, I agree with you. And we should never let anyone joke about freedom. I don't know. Yeah, someone's echoing. Yeah, we should never let anyone joke about freedom. I'm just going to tell you, because jokes become actions. They become real. It's like when people play fight. You ever saw that? Like people slap boxing and all that kind of stuff. My dad was a street fighter and a boxer and all that. You
wrong one time, and then they get pissed and they
knock
you out.
Exactly. And my dad was a boxer and all that stuff, and he told us, you know, if we ever try to do that with him, he would sting you.
When you were a kid, you ever have some boxing gloves in the neighborhood, and everybody decides they're going to box each other?
Yeah. Well,
as a kid, you know, it's not like, you know, and you start doing it, and next thing you know, you get a good pow with your friend, and he gets pissed.
Yeah.
And then he's coming at you like he's going to kill you, right. But you just keep
shit just got real. And so that's the thing. Right. That's the thing about joking around. So we listen, this is not a joke. Freedom is not a joke. No one should be allowed to do it. If people do it too often, someone's going to do it, and people are going to start taking it seriously. We're talking, it's not just there. I mean, in China, the president, or they're setting the president of China right now up to be the president for life. And I think Trump was joking that he should do that here. I am going to take that as a joke, but because I mean, you
can't take everything he says.
Yeah, I'm going to take it as I take that as a joke.
But he knows that it gets people riled up.
Yeah,
and well, you know, right or wrong, whether you like it or not, and he doesn't say everything I like. I don't like everything he says either, but he knows that how to pull people's wires so they get like they get frenzied. You know, in the background, things are still happening though.
Yeah, and the big thing, I'm going to tell you, man, for me personally, we just really, really need to be careful, and we need to have a line. I think you have to have a line that's immovable, and you have to know, like, how many strikes is out here? You know, how far are we going to let these things go? If we actually get gun control in America, if we get it in Florida and we get it in a whole bunch of different states, and then we get it in America, by the time those laws go into effect, it's too late.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's another way to look at that too, Hank. And you're absolutely right. And here's another way to look at it. If I'm standing next to you, well, no, let's start over. There's a guy coming around the corner that you don't expect, you don't know, right? He's just walking around the corner. You're maybe 50 yards from him. You see this dude walking towards you aggressively. You got your gun on you. You know where to go. Are you going to get ready for the worst?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to go on alert, high alert.
On alert, because you don't know this guy, and you expect him not to be friendly. He doesn't look like he's up to any good. But yet, if me, Walter, Babyface, we walk around the corner, you're like, hey man, what's up? The point being, I can get close to you and inflict harm, and that's exactly what we're allowing to have now. Your friends are the one that can do the most harm to you if you don't hold them to some kind of a regard. So we can definitely get into the semantics of it, but I know we don't have time for that. But I would argue to say Trump has said more in the last 2 weeks and done more damage than Barack did in 8 years as far as talking about gun control, right? He's done a lot more. And if nothing else, he's shown our weakness to bow down and compromise. And if you look at all the different compromises we've had from the 1930s up until now, we've done that. We've compromised at least 4 or 5 times in my last count. But what do they ever give us, right? And so why are you now showing that a president that can run off the back of gun owners is willing to compromise? What you're telling them is gun owners are willing to compromise. And since you're our friend, it leaves you in a position to hurt us worse than it would be an enemy we know. If we would have got a Hillary presidency, none of this stuff would be alarming us. We would have already been having rallies. We would have already been ready for all the backlash. For this, as a country in whole, we weren't prepared because it was a friend that did it.
Yeah, because we're not on alert. And I agree with you. A lot of times when someone gets murdered, when someone disappears or whatever, who do they suspect?
Somebody
right? Yeah, exactly. It's always someone close to you because that's who you, like you said. So we, right now what we have is we have a super majority, and we have a Republican in the White House who's supposed to be pro-gun. And we're like, oh, nothing's going to happen. So I think that complacency is how you get in trouble. And that's all I'm trying to say. But and if it's going to be too late when there's a bill, when there's something on his desk and he signs it, just like here in Florida, it's going to be too late when they push through something. I think here we have up until Friday to make any new legislation in Florida. And these guys are going to, they know this. They're going to sneak it past us. And if it gets to the governor's desk, and he signs it, he's going to sign it into law. He's on to the next thing. He's thinking about whether he's going to become a congressman or a senator or run for president or whatever nonsense he's planning on doing, right? They're not really thinking about us. So I think the same thing could happen here with Trump. And I just, we need to push back before it's too late. We can't wait until it's already too late and then go, oh man, we got to do something about this because it's already going to be a law.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And you guys down there in Florida, man, it's not like they're not trying to spread it around the country, man. But I got to say, I think if anybody in this country is getting hit, everybody's getting hit hard. But man, you guys are taking it from every angle. Jesus, and right now I would say Florida is, and no pun for the school shooting. I'm not referring to the school shooting at all. But as far as fighting for our rights, you guys are like ground zero right now. It really feels that way. It really.
I think because we have too many, like everyone moves from up north and other liberal ass places.
Too many people from Jersey and New York and Michigan and all these, we'll use the term loosely, shitholes. I know you don't like that, but that's the truth.
No, at this point.
I love that term now. It's my favorite term now.
No kidding.
Because it gets people riled. Speaking of Trump.
Yeah, I see you got these are Trump devil dogs or something.
No, this year is the year of the dog, right?
Right.
The Chi comes, year of the dog, Chinese. Mm-hmm. And once again they did a thing like they did with the
Trump dog.
Yeah, food is here too. Look at that. Hang on. Hold on. God, I'll be thinking one time. Anyways, the same artist person did a dog thing with Trump. So we
okay.
I know he's not everybody's favorite right now, but that's the way.
I like how you've got them like one is up and one is down. I like that. I like that right now. One's up, one's down.
Well, we didn't have the lower torso to deal with. We only had was the head basically in the hand. So we had to fill in the blanks for the rest. So
okay, so those are the new collectible ones. All right.
Well,
cool.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you know what? I think that we are, you know, we're in danger right now because people are leaving from other states and coming to Florida. I came here, I'm a transplant, but guess what? I know why I came here. You can ask Lola. Years ago, I think we moved from New Jersey in 2003. And when we moved, I had come to Florida to visit, and I told her, listen, I have to get the hell out of this state. It's too difficult for me to be able to defend myself here, you know, and I like a place like Florida where it's not so difficult. That's the major reason why we moved. There's a few other reasons, but that's
not the reason most people are here, though. Walk outside today and stand outside. That's why they're here. They're here.
Because it's nice weather, but guess what?
Fucking beautiful out today. So they could care less about the guns. They could care less. Some people come here for taxes because no taxes here. Yeah. No income tax. But, you know, they don't care.
People leave beautiful places to come here. California is beautiful. The weather is even better, you know, in some parts of California than here. And they're leaving because it's tough in California. It's expensive, and there's lots of listen, you know what? In New Jersey in 2003, we had a house, right? We were paying $13,000 a year just on the taxes of that house. Yes. Oh. In 2003. Well, today, the people who live there are paying like $20-something thousand a year.
I believe it because of all the leftist policies.
Yeah. So it's just like we talk about all the time. You come from a communist country. You come to America. Right. I remember this. I was talking to you guys about this. The guy that runs YouTube, the head of business, said that he's from a communist country, so he understands about freedom. So you left there, you come to America, and then you turn YouTube into a communist corporation. You know, that's the problem. People are leaving California and New York and New Jersey and coming here for whatever reason. I know it's not all guns or whatever, but you're leaving these places for a reason. And you're coming here and then trying to make this into the place that you left, you know, and I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have here. And but, you know, there's still a lot of us here that understand what we understand and think the way that we do. We have to stand up. We cannot be complacent right now. We have to stand up and push back and fight for our rights. Right now, we're in danger. You know, I wanted to talk about the rally and tally. The big reason for this, in this bill, they're going to make it already in Florida. You cannot buy a handgun until you're 21 years old. You could become a man or a woman in Florida, and you cannot defend yourself. You cannot conceal carry or anything like that until you're 21 years old. Now they're deciding, you know what? You can't have a rifle either. You know, so you can't have any kind of firearm, basically. I don't know. Babyface, can you do a shotgun? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be allowed.
It's still it's firearm.
It's still a long gun, so I doubt it.
Yeah. Okay. Your audio is horrible, Patrick.
They're not going to let that go through like that. So where you get a shotgun. You would think this is also a women's issue.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, aside from guys, women use firearms to protect themselves. But where's all women's rights people? Oh, they're hanging out with the rest of the leftists.
Well, I think what happens, honestly, and Babyface knows this because he went to the rally with me, or he met us up there. He was up there. He brought a friend. Yeah. You know, there was like a very intelligent group of young people that we met there at the rally. There was one from I think Tallahassee Community College, if I'm not mistaken, and then there was a bigger group of kids from the University of Florida, the Young Americans for Freedom. Did I get that right?
They were really good. Oh, you guys can't hear me, can you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now is it working better now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The UF group was fantastic.
Yeah, and they were, I think the oldest of them were like 21 years old, but they, you know, and they were actually featured on CBS News this morning, and I think some other places, because at the rally they stood up and they spoke up for their rights as young people. I think they were interviewed by CNN and a bunch of other places, including CBS News. And I just finished getting a video done. When I say me, I mean one of my production assistants. Just finished editing a video that I shot out there. And I think Lola's preparing that video. We'll probably have it up by tomorrow, you know, where I interviewed these kids. And they are the ones that are going to suffer from this. And they said something that Patrick always says to me, because he's like a couple of weeks out of college. You know, if you're a young college kid, you can't defend yourself. Yeah. And where do you live if you're a young college kid? You're not living in a utopia. No. You know, you're wide open.
Yeah, students live in either the student ghetto or they live in the poorer parts of town because rent is cheap.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know we're in a deep conversation, but if I don't figure this out, my head is going to spin. Is that a real dog sitting behind you?
That's a buckshot.
The dog was just like perfectly still looking at the door.
That's because there's no goats in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's buckshot.
All right.
Marley just got home and he's waiting for her to come upstairs.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. It was just all right.
Yeah.
No, he's perfectly still watching the door because he's waiting for her to come in.
Okay.
You should see it when he sees a goat, man. He ain't still for nothing. So.
Yeah. That's an insane dog right there.
Students live in the poorer parts of town, cheaper neighborhoods because that's what they can afford at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And taking away their right to protect that, I mean, it's insane to me.
Yeah, and as Walter said, women, you know that one of the, like, Florida has a lot of good things, Walter. You know what's one of the worst things here statistically?
What, rape?
Rape is incredibly high here. You know, rape and assault of women. Why would you leave women defenseless in Florida or anywhere in the United States of America or anywhere on the face of this planet? Women should never, ever be defenseless.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. And it's funny, too, because if you look at all the movements that a lot of women have going on to fight for their rights not to be assaulted and things like that, it's like, ladies, why would you then let somebody tell you that you shouldn't be able to defend yourself with all these allegations and reports and people arrested? I mean, you shouldn't want there's nothing anybody can do for you in a dark alley with a strange man or locked in a building. I mean, look at real estate agents, for Christ's sake. I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago where that was happening with real estate agents real bad. When guys were trapping them in houses. So what do you do? Why are you letting society convince you? It's not even an issue of Republican or Democrat. That's not even a conversation.
No,
it's your safety, man. Why would you let somebody tell you that you don't have a right to defend yourself?
No one is going to come to your rescue. Nope.
Yeah, it's not just like cops aren't going to be there. Nope. When you're in trouble, the police are at best 5 minutes away. Like, I don't get it.
People don't realize how few policemen there are.
Yeah.
When you run the numbers per capita, there's very few police.
Yeah, I think somebody just put up the other day, and I might have the numbers wrong. There's like 750,000 sworn officers in the country. Maybe the numbers, it sounded a little low, but they were like, it's basically one for every 700,000 or something like that. But it was ridiculous. Like, nobody's gonna be there to save you.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be. I don't want to live in a police state or nation.
Nope.
You should be responsible for your own safety and security at all times. It's your human responsibility being in this world. As a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as a father, as a son, as a husband, as a human being, it's your responsibility to defend and protect yourself and those that you care about, and your property.
With anything you choose to do it with.
Quick question, Hank. Do you know what this bill is going after in detail at all? Because this thing is massive. I'm trying to read through it a little bit, and it's like, hold on, I'll tell you how many lines of text it is. It's 2,851 lines of text. You imagine there are 10 words per line, so that's what, 28,000 words in this stupid thing.
Yeah.
So what they're going after, just refresh me. They're going after raising the age to buy rifles to 21. But then they're giving back by saying, oh, law enforcement can now allow teachers to train and be defended? Is that what they've
I think they're trying to say that, but there's a certain amount of hours of training that you have to have. Yeah. And then what they just added is that the local sheriff could veto that.
Yes.
So in this school, it's totally pointless.
You're talking about Miami, it's never going to happen.
Pay for it.
Yeah, but in the school where this happened, in the school where this happened, that guy would have vetoed it. He already said that. He said that on CNN.
I'm telling you right now, guys, that law that they're trying to propose to you guys for your teachers is a bunch of malarkey. We have that in Missouri right now. We already have it. We've had it for years. Outside of some small counties, where kind of like the school superintendent is like, cousins with the chief of police, and there's only like 2,000 people in the whole town. Nobody has it, because Kansas City and St. Louis will never let it happen. Our capital will never let it happen. And then when they say, and this is how they kind of caught us up, because here the police department, wherever you're at, same way they're trying to propose in Florida, would have to train you. when are you going to go? Because who's going to pay for you? They're not going to pay for you to go to training instead of coming to work.
We don't pay teachers enough already. Who's gonna? Where's that money going to come from? That's going to pay their overtime, pay the cops overtime to teach them. Like, where's that funding coming from?
Exactly, and they know by putting that financial handicap in there, by saying that local department gets to choose. They understand that those departments are running. Guess what? During business hours, right? So if they say you need, let's say you need. All right, 108 hours of certification time, and we only run one Saturday class every other month. How long is that going to take?
Yeah,
you know, it's ridiculous.
So why bother with all this?
Well, it sounds like they're trying to butter it up. So
it's feel good.
They're trying to butter it up so people, moderates on both sides, left leaning and right leaning, I'd say moderates will go, oh, this is all right. This sounds like it'll work. But anybody,
they're trying. It's a sugar pill. It's a sugar pill, like Kevin is saying.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything.
They're trying to put this thing in there, and they know. They're telling each other, there's no way in hell. Don't worry about it. If we get our gun control stuff in this, we'll take another chip at the rock, and we'll be able to take away more freedoms from these guys, and they'll have something that's going to be totally useless because nobody is going to allow that. There's no way it could happen. Even in places where they're going to allow it, won't happen. You know what you should do? No county in Florida should have a freaking progressive liberal sheriff. Okay, if your sheriff is anti-gun, don't vote for him because he's not going to protect you. And the deputies are going to freaking just stay outside while your kids are getting shot.
So, Hank, I'm curious. How do you feel about our current sheriff that we have here in Alachua County? I don't know the sheriff that's in
I'm not Gilchrist. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Alachua County sheriff.
Sadie something. Yeah, I've never heard good
things. Sadie Darnell, not a fan of hers at all. Anyone who's seen my video of me getting pulled over, she is the sheriff in charge around here. My local sheriff, Bobby Schultz, I'm in a completely different county, and he's freaking awesome.
I've never heard anything about him.
Oh, he's awesome. I've met him. I've got videos with him and the guys training. You know, he's a great guy, and he brings it to the bad guys in my little town and all that kind of stuff. That all of the guys there are good guys. I've met all those guys, and they're guys that believe what we believe, and they're doing this job they're not getting paid any kind of money at all, and they're doing it to defend people.
Yeah, I've heard some funny stories of Sadie Darnell from somebody that worked for her.
And
they were not very pleasant.
Yeah, in her department, there's lots of really good guys. There's lots
I'm
good.
sure there are, but as the head of that department, I've not heard good things about her.
It's the way politics runs, right? Gainesville is a real liberal, hippie town.
So they want her in place.
Yeah, and it's very difficult for someone that's conservative and pro-gun to get elected. So this is the problem.
So real quick, got a reminder from Richard Hughes. He also said that, and I just looked at it, they also define what a bump stock is and outlaw it, ban it outright.
Right. The bump stock.
Yeah, so
silly.
And what do they define it as? Do they just define it?
You want me to try to find it? Give me one second.
Do they define it as a piece of plastic, or do they define it as something that changes the rate of fire?
Let's see. Defining the term bump fire stock, prohibiting specific acts relating to the sale and possession of bump fire stock, providing criminal and penalties. Let me see if I can find the definition itself. Give me 1 second.
See this shotgun I just bought over the weekend?
Yeah.
This is a 6-shot. I think it was made in the 30s. This has no disconnector. So
mine doesn't either.
All I got to do is squeeze the trigger and pump it. And this motherfucker will shoot out 6 rounds as fast as you can pump it.
I have a model 1897 Winchester from like 1911. You can slam fire that thing all day long. It's super fun.
Thank you, Walter and Babyface. Tomorrow we'll have a new term. Full semi shotgun. A new term tomorrow that we're going to use.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, fully semi-auto.
By the
all
way,
right, here we go.
By the way, all you people, I bought this fully semi-auto shotgun at a flea market.
Did you really? What'd you pay for it?
$145.
That's a good deal for it's a 12 gauge.
What is it? Is it a Stevens?
Stevens 520.
Oh, look at that.
Or Savage 520.
Savage.
Okay. How long is the barrel?
It's long. It's like
24.
Yeah, that's a bird gun.
Yeah. I mean, it's long. It's
$140 is a good deal. I paid like $400 for my Winchester.
I mean, it's not super pretty, but it's fully functional.
Yeah, it's a full. It's fully semi-automatic.
Yeah.
So it says the term "bump fire stock" in quotes means a conversion kit, a tool, an accessory, or a device used to alter the rate of fire of a firearm to mimic automatic fire, or which is used to increase the rate of fire to transfer to a faster rate than is possible for a person to fire such semi-automatic firearm unassisted by a kit, a tool, an accessory, or a device. So that could be anything.
That could be anything. Triggers, anything.
Yes.
This is incredibly dangerous. Now, does that grandfather in things, or does that make any device like that illegal?
I don't see a grandfather clause in it.
Yeah, this is what people don't understand, man. This is what people don't get. Like, listen, I'm happy that there were lots of people that showed up here at the rally and tally. Babyface, you could tell me, what was it, a couple hundred people? It should have been
250.
Yeah, should have been tens of thousands of people in Florida, because every single gun guy, every pro Second Amendment person, every conservative, Republican, all you guys, I don't care, man. Even the gangsters in Florida, you're in trouble. Everyone in Florida is in trouble if that freaking bill goes through.
Yep.
Because we buy guns and then we modify the triggers. That's what we do. Okay,
well,
we modify and we change things on these triggers, and that will become illegal when this bill goes into effect. It cannot happen.
It's another unenforceable law, though. Aside from the physical bump fire aspect of it, where you see it, it's unenforceable because nobody's going to tear. I mean, I'm not for it by any means. I'm saying nobody's going to tear into your gun to say that it's.
No, I understand that. I understand that, Walter. But here's the thing that the point I'm going to make to you.
It's just happy feel good stuff.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You see, did you ever see the video of me getting pulled over here in Florida? Okay. The reason why I was pulled over is because of window tint. You see, they couldn't say that they pulled me over for any, they had to have a reason to pull me over. Now, so when you put a law in there and people say, well, it's not going to be enforceable. What if you went to the range and you were shooting with your gun that has a Geisley trigger in it, and you get pulled over and these guys are I don't know what happened to Babyface.
I'm here.
We're looking at a friggin', I don't know what the hell we're looking at.
My thing fell.
Yeah. So if you get pulled over here and you were just going from the range or something like that, and you have this in your car and you're not even doing anything wrong, these guys could go through and go, look, check this out, man. You modified this trigger. You got a problem now. You know, I get it. I get when people say that, hey, this thing's not enforceable, it's not going to do anything. Okay, just wait until someone pulls you over or is looking for a reason to lock your ass up. There's tens of thousands of, if not millions, of unenforceable laws in America that people use whenever they get ready.
Well, Hank, I got one even better for you. You take what Trump said about due process, right? You get pulled over. I don't know if that trigger is modified. So I'm going to take this gun and we'll have you go through the process when we have somebody figure this out for us, for you to come get it back, because due process doesn't matter. So we'll take your gun, see if it's modified or not by whatever expert we hire, probably somebody off CNN that thinks there's a full semi-auto or whatever, to look at your gun and make sure you have it modified, and then you can go through the court process to get it back.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's what there's lots of departments around the country that are doing that. They're seizing things so that they can get money.
Oh, I'm making changes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Oh my God. I wish I had one of those boxing gloves that Walter was talking about that I could just kapow right now.
I'm trying to, Ty even texted me. He was like, oh my God, your audio sounds terrible. I'm like, dude, my
and
studio
it's a little
mic
loud
sucks.
now. I'm gonna dial you down a little. Listen,
Right.
Okay, you know what? Seriously, Babyface, we're gonna buy you a freaking microphone. I'm just gonna buy you a microphone, okay?
Hey man, you get it, and I will use it.
See this thing? That's what you need.
Somebody buy it for me.
Yeah, I am gonna buy this.
This is all right. You want to see what I got going on? Since it's free for all Monday, I'm jumping in. This is what I got. I have a nice mic. It's the sound card that's the problem. Hold on.
Babyface, get a freaking Mac.
I have a Mac.
You know, it's always the freaking tech guys. It's always the tech guys that their shit doesn't work.
This is the problem. It's an XLR input to USB, and it, for whatever reason, I tried it on.
Now we can't even hear you. Which I'm kind of.
You gotta keep that thing still, man.
But you're so crazy.
This is ridiculous. Yeah. So the XLR is the problem. I need a new one of these, but they're really expensive.
Why are you even using that?
Because that's how you plug an XLR mic into a computer.
Get a USB microphone.
No, I have two high-end XLR mics.
Listen,
why am I going to get another one?
I am going to buy you a USB microphone. Okay, let's just stop the nonsense right now. I'll buy you a USB microphone. How's that? Now I can't even hear him. Who the hell knows what? He's not even talking.
I will say this while Babyface getting himself together. The same time you guys were out rallying, we did rally here in Missouri.
Okay, how did that go? Tell us.
That was fun. I didn't know about it. I got told about it, and you know how your phone can get with all the alerts and blah blah blah. So it all looks like one. I just didn't see it. But I was getting up. I was about to go out to the range and work on some drills, and then I saw it, and I'm like, you know what? There's something more important I can do than shoot today. So I diverted myself, went over to the rally. And stood out there with right around 250, 300 people. And I just walked around and did real conversations that the local news that was there wouldn't do. And it was fun, man. It was fun. And it was, I put out a little video on Instagram today where it was a guy, one of the protesters that was protesting the rally, those type people. He showed up and he was like, "This is racist." And I'm like, it was funny, and I'm only putting this in perspective, just for perspective. He was a white guy, and it was a black guy walking around that was carrying a Confederate flag, right? His choice, that's what he was doing. And my whole premise of being there was showing people that we can all be different, but we need to align when it comes to, you know, protecting our rights. And so this guy stood there, he was using an American flag to block the Confederate flag. He said, because it's racist and you guys trying to arm, I think somebody said, he said something like, you guys trying to use this man and arm him as racist as well. So yeah, then I had to put things back into perspective. So I did a video where it was funny. It was keep up with this. It was a Irish Native American atheist and me being a black man as a Christian talking. You saw that, Walter?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and it was the whole point was just like, dude, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And then in the background, I'll put this video out tomorrow. In the background, all you heard was, it was so funny. Don't forget about us lesbians.
Rail Razor said you provided some great video.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So we went.
Don't leave us out.
Yeah, but it's funny. She was a lesbian veterinarian who said, I would never shoot an animal, but I'm going to protect myself from people. I'm like,
I think I did see this.
This is what's beautiful. It was fun, man.
I think I saw this too. You, where did you have this? Because
it was on Instagram. I don't think I put
it on Instagram. Yeah. I saw it. Yeah. So that same thing happened at our rally. There was this kid that came on, and I didn't realize like what was happening.
That were bad.
Yeah. Well, there was one kid that had the "fuck Nazis" T-shirt.
Oh, you're not talking about him. You're talking about somebody else. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about that. There was this guy that came on. Your audio's horrible still, by the way. Yeah. So there was this guy that, by the way, please, guys, thumbs ups. Don't leave us because Babyface has horrible audio. Forgive us our sins.
Forgive me, Father.
Yeah, and stay with us regardless. There was this guy that came on, and I didn't realize what he covered up. Someone told me he had to cover up his shirt, but he came on, and you know what? He started out really good. He was talking about how, you know, gun control, the roots of gun control were racist. That, you know, these were laws that were put into effect to take guns away from the freed slaves, etc., which we all know and we all agree with. He was doing good. And then at the end, he started going, you know, F the police and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, which was, you know, that's not really. No. He even said there was a police officer that I know personally that spoke before him. And he was like, yeah, when the time comes, these guys are going to come take your guns from you. And I'm not saying that some people won't, but a lot of police officers that I know will not do that.
And they know, and the reason why they won't do that, besides their beliefs, is they know that it'll be very unpleasant.
Yeah.
It could be very, very costly.
Yeah. But you know, listen, the thing is, hey, these guys actually let him get up there and speak his piece or whatever. And then, you know what's funny? Because Lola was streaming live from my Facebook and putting video up there. The guy actually goes home and then gets on the Facebook and still keeps on going. So if you look on Facebook, the guy that I'm talking about, he's on the video. I've got the whole video there, as well as I separated a section out of that video that shows the young men and women from UF. What was it? Yeah, the YAF, the Young American Young Americans for Freedom. Yeah. So it shows those guys. The video is not really good because if you're broadcasting live, the video is not all that awesome.
Have you mentioned? You got to mention the guy that talked about pornography for like 25 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that was the guy that was featured by the. Was it? Yeah, was it that guy? I think that was.
Could have been.
Yeah, that guy was the guy that they featured on the CBS thing. They just didn't put anything that he was saying.
So okay, so this guy gets on and he talked for a good probably 10 minutes, way over what he should have talked about. And he gets so far off track, and he starts talking about how he feels that porn is ruining our societies, and he mentioned something about how was it Dahmer? That was like he said he was a porn addict right before he died. He was executed. One of the serial killers mentioned that violent pornography is what he said is what caused him to become a serial killer. And he started talking about that, and it's just like he got so far off track that all of us were just like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So I see that. Okay, who asked this question? Payton Taylor is saying, "Why are the viewers dropping?" Yeah. So. Listen, we got to keep the thumbs ups going. I don't know. Someone else might have started a chat somewhere else or whatever. If someone else starts a chat, keep this one open. Keep our audio live. Mute their asses and keep them in the background.
Dude, I'm gonna put the video, man. You guys had to see this truck that was at our rally yesterday. This guy had a F-350 all done up. In second,
let's see. You're gonna show? Okay, where you got it?
It's here. I'll show you a real clip of it on Facebook real quick. It was ridiculous. This dude, I mean,
was it on Donks?
No, it wasn't on Donks. But you know what? He gave me inspiration. And then the funny thing is, he actually owns a customized shop, so that's what he does. He like customized cars.
Okay, cool.
I might have to, but yeah, this is
Kevin's about to get a pickup truck.
Look at this. It might be funny looking at the video, but let me turn this.
Do you have a pickup truck?
No, sir. I have a SUV.
Oh, okay. You got to get you a pickup truck.
All right, here it is. Here's this truck, man. Look at this truck. I don't know if can you guys see that?
Yeah.
See the chat.
Oh, it's got Second Amendment on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa, yeah, that's the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving it.
No, that's
wait, I see the smokestacks. That's
the back of it. Look at this truck.
Holy crap!
Second Amendment on the doors.
America.
Yeah, that truck was ridiculous. And he has the Second Amendment emblem on the hood of it. It's completely wrapped. I mean, that thing is in the words.
350
around the truck.
The what?
The entire Second Amendment is around the truck. It picks up in other spots. Yeah, it is a ridiculously beautiful truck. But that, and I was like, I don't even like Fords. But that truck was nice. But it was beautiful to see so many so many guys out there. You know, I will say this for you guys can say you heard it here first. Here was an interesting part of it. The news, it was real ironic. So the news station that came, two of them came, and I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they sent two black reporters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who would not interview the only two black dudes there.
Yeah, because that's the plan of the media. There's no pro-gun black people.
Yeah, and the guy was
apparently.
One of the dudes said, because one other guy said, "Hey, I asked this guy, will he interview you?" As I was already talking on camera, and he was like, the dude said, "No." Like he looked over at me talking, was like, "I'm not interviewing that guy." And then the one guy that gave him a chance, and they told him to his face, "No, you don't fit what we're trying to do today." And and one guy screamed and said, "Yeah, they just want to make all the rednecks look like a bunch of gun crazies," and then they started.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan, man. They go there with a mission. I mean, as you can tell from CNN, it's all prepackaged and written and scripted, you know. And so is this legislation, by the way. How the hell How the hell in Florida did this thing happen a couple of weeks ago? We don't even know what happened, right? We don't know who didn't go in, who went in, who was ordered not to go in. We don't know who tracked down this kid, didn't track down the kid, who did this. We don't know any of that stuff, but they already have all these. They already know how to fix it. They don't even know what happened.
Here's the thing, and I know I had said this before, but I'm gonna say this again. I wouldn't care, and I'm talking about the coward known as Scott Peterson. I wouldn't care if you weren't a cop. I'm wondering what kind of society are we raising, or what kind of society are we building? Forget the fact, which makes it worse, but forget the fact for a second he's a cop. Okay, what kind of man, seriously, stands there and listens to children get slaughtered and does nothing?
Yeah, they would just have to fire me.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, Kevin. You're ex-law enforcement, right?
Yeah, Gargles.
We cannot translate gobbledygook.
Yeah, so even when I looked, and I don't know if you guys.
Do you want me to get my production assistant to drive up to your house and bring you a USB microphone? Seriously.
When we were talking on, I believe it was Valentine's Day. Yeah, the day that it happened. When we were talking in, I remember sitting on here saying, with a lot of protocols are to get there, stack up, blah, 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 blah. And then when all the news reports came out, I was like, yeah. Like departments will say, well, that, and a lot of departments have left that alone years ago. But if you haven't been training and looking for that kind of thing, then you didn't update your training manual. But I don't even think that was an issue with him. I just think he seriously was a coward. Like, I don't think training is the first. If you've ever been in any kind of real active situation, training goes out the window. You don't remember to go A to Z and you don't think about all that. You think your natural human instincts take over, and either you fight or flight. And he was a coward and like stood there. And I put up the video of the kid that was standing next to him. It was just like he just stood there talking on the radio for 4 minutes while it was all happening. Like, what kind of man does that? And then you have the audacity to get police protection outside your house.
Hopefully they won't go in when something happens. Fearless Orca Tactical says gargle face P.
Well,
and then so
well, there's a lot of things that play into that whole police reaction, and part of it's that whole thing about, let's not go after the bad youth. Let's, to keep them out of jail and all that monkey business. And, not this kid being, how many, like I've heard people say, and it's the truth, how many times, 30 something times to the house, 40 times to the house. I mean, how many times, how many times did it take? If you were an adult, Hank, if they were at your house 30 times, at some point you'd be committed.
Yeah.
They'd Baker Act your ass and you'd be in jail. You'd be in a nut house.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing, man. When did they tell the parents that this was the policy? Think about this, parents. All these parents out there in America and in Florida that are scared. Did you know this was the policy? Well, did you know that it was the policy if there were kids in this school that were bad, that were in gangs, that were bullies, were beating people up and doing that, they were crazy, whatever it is. Did you know that was the policy? Because if you knew that was the policy, would you send your kids to school? Because I wouldn't.
We're not going to go after those poor kids because they might end up in jail. Well, that's where they belong.
Hell yeah. That's where the hell we want them to wind.
That's why you didn't have this kind of crap going on when I was in school. Sorry, you didn't.
Yeah. People got arrested. Now there's a policy that people don't get arrested.
Yeah. And the sheriff ignores the stuff where they don't. All what it took is just putting his name in the NICS system in Florida. He wouldn't have bought that gun or any of the guns he bought. Not from a licensed dealer, he wouldn't have.
But get people help. Get people help. People, most human beings make a cry for help. I'm not saying all of them, and I don't believe that all of them make a cry for help. Because and that's why I believe we should be able to defend ourselves in that moment that someone decides to take away our freedom. I really think freedom is like an individual thing, right? You don't realize that you're losing your freedom until someone's taking it away from you, until you're on your knees.
Yep.
Regardless whether he cries for it or not, there was issues there that needed to be dealt with. And there comes a time when you have to You know, it's not a good term. A lot of people like it, but you have to make them do what you want to. You have to enforce things upon people.
Yeah, Big Daddy Hoffman says, "Tell it, Walter." Tell it.
And that's the thing. Now we can't do that. No, we can't do that. No, we can't force feed them. No, we can't do that.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Big Daddy Hoffman that's in the chat right now. And he actually shared a clip of us talking about his barbecue place.
He did. Yes, he did.
So what was it? RNO barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was North Carolina. Babyface is not here. He can tell us again. What was that, Kevin? You were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was damn it, I forgot. It was something. I don't know. I forgot. Walter made a funny face on screen and distracted me.
I was doing. We can't hurt him. We can't touch him.
Oh yeah, that. So I was having I did a live chat with Legally Armed America, and we were having a chat. Really good conversation. Really good guy. And we were talking, and he educated me on something I didn't know. Apparently, one of those calls that guy made on himself.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he apparently called the authorities on himself as a reach out for help, and nothing still got resolved.
Yeah. This is, you know, that's why I'm saying to you, like, there was so many things that could have been done. No one did anything. We still don't know everything. They're not telling us everything. Yet we know what the solution is. How the hell is that possible? It's not possible to know what the solution is. What's happening is that in Florida, if they don't pass a law by Friday, it's going to be very difficult for them to do that. And lots of people, you know, but by the time we come back around to this, people can get voted out. All kinds of things can happen, right? Yep. So they are pushing to pass laws now. And what we have to do is push back on them and say, hell no, we don't want any new laws. We don't need any new laws. Enforce the laws that were there that you didn't enforce in the first place. And some of those laws need to be rolled back.
Well, just use what they have available, and a lot of this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Are gun guys organized enough to do a organized march on Washington? Are we that organized? Somebody brought it up earlier, and I'm
gonna say no.
It takes more than just organization. It takes money.
Yeah, that's true.
You got it, because the left always. They do buses, they do the popo, you got to pay for permits, you got to pay for police, it's a big deal, so. Yeah. Now, if you just show up and like a flash mob with your pitchforks, that could get some attention. Yeah.
I don't know that we're organized I don't know that we're organized enough. I don't know that we get along with each other enough.
Too many people work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely want to. Friday evening march.
Yeah, Will Keller says gun guys tend to work. Yeah. They tend to have jobs. Yeah. They tend to take showers.
Oh, you're actually saying the hippie smell?
How many hippies have you hung out with? Because
I don't make a point of it, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Babyface is still studiously there trying to fix his audio.
Is it working or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I know what the issue is. And
the issue is you.
No. It's I read through some forums. It's CPU usage when it comes to Google Hangouts. So I tried downloading Firefox. Firefox no longer supports Google Hangouts because it's super CPU intensive.
Yeah, you have to do well, were you on Chrome?
I'm on Windows, so I'm doing Chrome. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else to make it work. It keeps spiking the CPU, and then that's when all the shit goes crazy.
This is Babyface's brain. I will never get a USB. I will never get a USB microphone because it's too easy.
Just wait. You're going to get to this point. You're going to understand why having a USB microphone sucks in the next 6 months. I guarantee.
Oh, I know. I get it. When we upgrade everything, I know.
We're going to have to go to XLR to USB. That's the only way you can do it.
Do you want me to show you the board we have over here, man?
I'm excited.
We got serious stuff going on over here. Again,
and I should be hopefully taking that over soon. So.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's a good sign. I wouldn't tell you.
Well, I'm going to have a nice brand new MacBook. That'll probably help out a little bit.
I mean, we can't even see you clearly. You're
going in and out.
Yeah, now your camera's adjusting. Oh, I will say this too before I forget. So for anybody that didn't get a chance, which I know is a lot of people because it was during a Sunday, but didn't get a chance, I read a letter that I wrote to my state, well, every representative from the congressional level on down, from for me. I read it on Facebook Live yesterday at the rally. If anybody needs, because we definitely need to be writing, calling, emailing, all the forms of communication. But if anybody needs, and I'm not trying to say this to be funny, because I know that sometimes, you know, I write a lot of stuff, and sometimes, man, it's hard to get the first word on the paper.
Sometimes it just won't
go, right? Yeah, it freezes you up. So if anybody needs a good guideline, I will send you. I've had a couple people request it today. I will send you a Word document of what I wrote. Obviously, I've already bolded out what you need to change to fit your area. You can modify it, add it, but it gives you a great start. Shoot me over email at noccccw@gmail.com. So NOC for no other choice, CCW for like concealed carry weapon at gmail.com. Shoot that over to me, and I will respond back to you with the format that you can modify, and you can start mailing out. Or since it's in document, you can copy and paste it into an email and send it off to your reps.
Okay,
right,
very, very good. Can you guys
let me know?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay, Lola's trying to pull up a bill. I see 904 Outdoors is here.
What's up, 904?
904 Outdoors is in. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. I'm sure I missed a bunch of people. Warthog says Hank getting an 8-track sound system.
An 8-track.
Yeah. So
do I sound like crap yet?
No, we hear you.
All right. So Lola just texted me something. It says this is from the Sun Sentinel, which is I think Orlando based. It says the Senate bill won't let teachers carry guns, but librarians could. I don't know what that means.
That's insane.
Silencers. I guess the librarians will have cans on their guns.
You see the Facebook thing that's been going around about that? That it was like teacher's gun is regular, somebody else's gun is a smaller, and then it had like librarian's gun had a suppressor on the end.
Not a bad idea. We must be polite and cool. Yeah.
The Legislative Black Caucus has united against the idea of arming teachers. I'm just reading through this article.
So in this article, I believe we have the same article, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I think if you scroll down to the bottom of it, there's a list. It says the vote count. Here's how state senators voted on SB 7026. They're naming it after the school, okay? Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act. So we can go down and go through all the people. I'm going to go through, particularly if you go down here to the bottom, because, I mean, you guys can see. I'll put this up in the chat. Hold on a second. I'll put this up here in the chat so, Walter, you can see it. I'd like you to go through and pull up your rep if you could do that for me, Walter. And let us know how your rep voted. I'm going to also put this in the chat here for everyone.
Babyface.
What's up?
You got to look at what Frank Castle said to you, man.
I saw that.
What did he say? What did he say?
He sometimes is a good troll, and sometimes that was just it was all right.
Yeah,
That was hilarious, and I can't remember what he said, but it was really good.
You're messed up right now too, by the way. So here we go. So I'm going to I'm searching right now for so here in Gainesville. Our rep is Keith Perry, Republican, Gainesville. He voted yes, by the way.
Republican?
Yeah, Keith Perry. He voted yes. So yeah, that's pretty damn bad.
And
that's pretty horrible right there. I could tell you that right now. So, I'd like to invite everyone to go look and see, look and see who represents you and what they voted. And unfortunately, Keith Perry voted yes for that. And, that's someone who I've seen around here, and we're going to have some words the next time we see each other. I could tell you that right now.
Jeff Brandes, Republican in St. Pete, voted yes, but I don't know if he's my guy or not, but it doesn't matter. Why the fuck would you vote for this?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Over.
St. Petersburg, Jeff Brandes, yeah, he voted yes.
Yeah, it's like, what are you thinking?
So Dennis Baxley, Republican, Ocala, he voted no. Dennis Baxley. So Ocala is not far from here. That guy voted yes. That guy voted no. Dennis Baxley voted no. He has a backbone. Keith Perry, someone who I supported, voted for. I've seen him around here.
Wow, here's a Democrat.
Go ahead.
So you actually somewhat know Keith Perry? I've never heard the name.
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him here.
Give him a call tomorrow. That's your best bet.
Yeah. You know, I know for a fact that the folks here have helped him out, and they're going to be pretty disgusted by his vote.
This is what I get for sitting on the ground with a laptop. Buckshot just comes over and drops a tennis ball in my lap.
So you just went low tech now. This audio.
I gave up. I've totally given up until I can dig into it and figure out the problem, because my audio always works fine. We use Discord. I talked on YouTube. I've talked everywhere. It's just Hangouts that hates it. So I'm not going to mess with it for tonight.
Matt Ragusa wants to know if we do super chat because of what happened with YouTube.
I don't think we can we?
Yeah, they suspended us from being able to go live on the regular channel. And even though we got the whole thing where our channel was deleted, even though we got it back, we got 2 strikes removed. We still have 1 strike, and that strike prevents us from going live. I don't think we're ever going to go back there to going live unless we get in trouble over here. So over here, we're not.
Don't say that.
We're not able to do all that kind of stuff. If you want to help us out, like I said, there's hankstrange.tv, www.hankstrange.tv. You can go there. You can put your email in, and it tells you other ways that you can help support us if you go to hankstrange.tv. Yeah, and it's all in the description. If you're looking, there's a link in the description for that. So yeah, man, that's pretty terrible. You know, you need to follow up and look and see what's going on with your representatives and where they voted on this. If you're in Florida, and if you're anywhere else, you need to see where these guys are at with this, and you need to know that, because this Keith Perry guy is going to get a piece of my mind, and I guarantee you, if he intends to keep being in any kind of office around here, Keith
Perry, Republican Gainesville.
Yeah, he was at the Blue Jeans thing with us, Lola. He was there.
Does anybody else in the office know that yet?
No, I don't think they know that yet. I'm gonna probably let me do some texting.
I was just about to text. You want me to do it? You can keep going.
The Tony knows, and that just came at 7:05 p.m. That article, but the descriptions to the Senate and the House of Reps.
Yeah, Lola in the description has a link to the Senate and the House of Reps for Florida. So you guys need to go there and push back.
Right, because from now it goes to the House, and if it passes that, then we're getting kind of screwed.
Yeah, we have to stop this. I'm telling you guys, this is a huge thing in Florida. I've always told people that there's only if Florida becomes restrictive on guns would I really move. I'm a fan of Florida. I've lived here for a really long time, if not the longest that I've lived anywhere in the world, much less America. You know, pretty damn close to it. So I don't want to move, but these are the kind of things that would make me think about that. But first, I'm going to fight. That's the thing that you have to do. You're here. You got to fight for what you want, because ultimately, where are we going to move to?
Yeah.
You know, so wherever we are, we have to fight for this stuff. You know, that's the thing I would have to say.
To give him a call in the morning.
All these Republicans voting yes.
How insane is that?
What the fuck is wrong with them? Pardon me.
That's the problem that we have, man. These guys are betraying us. It's this. Yeah. Look, here's what I said last week, and I'm going to say it again. If we have freaking liberals and Democrats and progressives in power, if these are the people that are representing us, let's stop pretending. Let's not vote for Republicans or conservatives or people who tell us that they're pro-Second Amendment. Let's not have people disguised as our friends and our allies. Let's just have our enemies in there, because we work better when our enemies are in there.
Yeah, I like
Go ahead.
I like my hatred and my freedom yankers like right on a plate. I want them waving their hands and telling me who they are. Serve them up to me, for I know who they are. And you know what? I respect you more. I respect you more when you're flat out like, hey, I'm gonna fight you on this. Cool. At least I know who I'm fighting. But all this turning around and like you just found out. So this establishment that has all these shows going on, that backs you, that is out at rallies and everything else, that put this local guy, helped him get where he's at. You know, he comes to you guys' events and he's smiling with you coming in the store. Then he goes back home, gets this bill, and is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go against this stuff. Like, that's not
we have to do something.
No, we don't.
Yeah, have to do something.
But he clearly knows a gun rights advocate and a gun store. Why don't you go in there and sit down and get educated from those guys about how you should respond, even though your response should be don't but at least get the backup.
I just love how these like 16, 17-year-olds are telling us how we need to run our
yeah, the ones eating the eating the detergent. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they're not representative of all 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. They're not.
The left is it's been shown that the left is pushing these kids specifically in front of everybody.
The left is not pushing them. The left is paying them.
The left is paying for them to be in front of everybody.
Right. And
there were students that disagreed with all of this. There was one in particular that I saw on Twitter that disagreed. He was same school, disagreed with gun control.
No time.
And you look at his Twitter, he still only has like 150 followers. CNN hasn't had him interviewed. Nobody's talking to him. He isn't verified on Twitter at like this one kid that I just want to punch him in the face. He's got one of those punchable faces, by the way.
Yeah, well, he's a little
Always the youth gets hypnotized. This is what the Pied Piper was all about. The youth always gets hypnotized and they get led astray and they give up freedoms that later on they regret, but it's too late. And that's what's happening in America. The same kids that were saying weeks ago and months ago and years ago how the police, the government is killing them and assassinating them in the streets and taking away their rights. Those guys are saying only the government should have guns now. And that's bullshit. That's hypocrisy to what you were talking about before. Okay, if you really believe that, why would you put the guns only in the hands of the government? I don't believe in the government. Okay, I'm not telling you that all police officers out there are bad guys. I'm not telling you that all people in government are bad guys, but I don't put my trust or my belief in any person 100% except myself. And that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for you to be able to defend yourself no matter what happens. You think it's okay today. You think it's okay to take away liberty and freedom from people today. So because you believe that's going to bring you an answer and an end result, when it's going to bring you chaos and mayhem. Okay. And when that happens, you're going to be defenseless. You're going to be toothless. Okay. It's a lot like these same kids. A friend of mine tells me these stories all the time at the University of Florida. That's really close here. A lot of the kids there, they move in there and they're in the dorm and they decide they want a pet. So they get like a little puppy or a little kitten or something like that. Right.
Have it.
I don't know what the hell you need a pet for when you're living in a dorm, but they get that. And then when they move out and they've graduated or whatever, and they're going about their way, they don't know what the hell to do with that thing, right? Because they don't know where they're going. So they take those things and abandon them. And then my friend out where he lives, he can hear the coyotes. The coyotes just round those things up and eat them to, just have a freaking smorgasbord on their asses. And that same thing that they're doing is going to be done to them. That same thing that they're doing is going to be done to them. They're going to be totally defenseless in the future of this world. We might be old men at that time. That could be tomorrow, the day after that, a year, 2 years from now. But they are going to be defenseless, and they are orchestrating and the architects of their own destruction.
Well, that was so well put. That's so well put. Like no pitch in the voice or nothing, just straight. I like it. I loved it.
So the only thing I can do right now was I just sent Keith Perry a message on Facebook because obviously he's not going to answer his phone at 8:30 at night.
No,
but I will be giving him a call in the morning, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, man, he's gonna get some serious pressure.
Yes, and something to remember, I think somebody mentioned this the other day, but something to remember is these guys are local. It's not like you're talking to a U.S. congressman who hears from 1,000 people every day. These guys are local. You pressure him with 25, 35 people, that sounds like a lot to him.
By the way, these guys are on Facebook. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram, and I'm telling you, you have to hold these people accountable, just like you have to lift up the people who show up. When we were out at the rally in Tally, one of the people that showed up there today or yesterday was a gentleman named Jay Fant, Jayfant. He is running for Attorney General for Florida. And, hey, he's running for office, right? So, but this guy showed up there and spoke up for the Second Amendment. So I'm going to give some kind of credit to that. But I will even anyone out there, I'm not trusting them 100% even when they get into office.
Nope.
We have to keep all these guys accountable. We have to go to their social media and say, hey, what happened to you? Why did you let us down?
That's what I just did.
Vote yes for this. Do you even know what you're doing?
Yeah.
You know, let them feel the pressure. Personally, I'm gonna communicate with this guy in such a way that he's gonna ask these guys from Big Daddy Guns, what the hell is up with that dude?
Yeah.
Strange. What's wrong with him?
I messaged him and I was like, I'm completely, and this is what I said to every time I talk to anybody that's in politics. The only thing that gets through to them, in my opinion, is telling them, look, you screwed up here. I promise you, the next time you're running for an office, I will help whoever's running against you.
I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you're not.
Because that's all they care about is getting reelected. I promise you, I will work for your opponent to make sure they get in over top of you.
And I will spread the bad about you from.
Oh yeah, this won't be forgotten about. This is not one of those things that'll just be brushed under the rug.
And Babyface, you are to be believed because you definitely look like a teenage hacker with all that stuff.
Oh man, you look
like you could
I'm Aquarius, I don't forgive.
I'm going to tell you something how I feel about this, and I'm serious. You guys think I'm kidding. I will help elect the most liberal person in Florida that runs against that guy. Keith Perry, I don't care, man. Freaking Hillary Clinton can come here and move to Florida. I will freaking give her his seat. I will give it to her because he's acting like these guys cut his ass open and crawled up inside of him and they're pulling the strings instead of the people who actually supported him and voted for him. I've seen this guy standing here on the streets asking for us to vote for him and support him. And I am ashamed. I'm ashamed that I had anything to do with him being in office. And I'm going to make it up. I'm the kind of person that gets mad and does something about it. And there's lots of us that are going to do that. We're not going to let these guys get away with it. And I'm telling you, you people out there, you cannot let these people get away with this. You think that it's nothing. Just for all the guns that you have right now, your handguns, your rifles, mostly modified, dudes. You buy those things and you modify them. Okay, these people are going to make all those things a liability to you. And you didn't do anything to anyone.
Yep. And Hank, you're preaching it, man. I think people need to get not only politically active, and I know guys don't like doing it. I talked to a couple of people this weekend. I'm like, man, I just don't want to get involved in that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, you're either going to get involved now, or you're going to be on your knees later. So you need to make a choice. You know, and I'm not the most political guy, but you still need to be politically aware. You still need to know what's going on. You don't have to study politics every day of the week to understand what's going on. And it's about time. That's why I told people what I told them. I literally had a range day plan to get up, sharpen my skills. And I was like, you know what? There is something more important than shooting that I need to do today to make sure I can shoot a year from now, you know? And so you need to, you know, hey man, draft that email, make that phone call, you know, do it once or twice a week if you're not going to hound them all the time, but get active. Let these people know that they're not going to be able to take advantage of you, from the president down to your local alderman. Let them know that they're not going to be able to look you in your face and lie to you and use you. Because you know what happens if we let them this time around, since it's so wide open and it's so out there, if we allow them to get away with it this time and we don't yank these seats from them, what makes you think they're going to be scared of us 4 years from now? Or the midterms are coming up. You know, what makes you think they're going to be fearful of us? They're going to say whatever you want to hear to get the power of your vote. Please understand, their power derives from you making a decision when you poke a hole or check a box. And if there is no consequence for them betraying you this time, they are not going to respect you next time. And then it's just going to get worse. Next thing you know, Republicans will be like, hey, you know what, guys, we agree with them anyway. Give up the guns because they're going to give us these 8 bills we need. So we'll make sure we send you an extra check for $400 a month, but give your guns up. You'll be in that situation, and then we'll all be screaming oppression. But where was your effort to fight back? And I'll leave you with this, with my little part of this. I do not, hear me, I do not need to be governed. I just need my countrymen united to control government. Period.
Yep. Amen. Amen. You know what? It's like Babyface. What was that story that you found from the Washington Post? This is illustrative of where the world's going. Do you still have that story?
The guy that said, "I'm so glad I didn't have a gun."
Yeah, when he was getting mugged.
Too.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm writing a tweet that says, "I'm so unbelievably disappointed that you voted yes on SB 7026. I promise you that I'll do my best to help elect your competitor next time you run for office. I'll follow your campaign with a sign saying I voted for gun control." Tweet. All right. So that went to, and he's going to get a phone call in the morning. I promise you that. Truth About Guns. I think it was on Truth About Guns. It was a It was a Washington Post writer or something. Here it is. Washington Post mugging victim. Quote, "I'm glad I didn't have a gun." And so part of his story is he was saying that two guys mugged him, put him on the ground, put two pistols to the back of his head, and said, "Give me your wallet." He handed it over thinking that they were going to kill him, and then they left him alone. And then he's proud that, he doesn't have a gun. He doesn't need a gun. So, which is insane.
Well, if somebody puts a gun to the back of anybody's head, with a gun or without, you're not going to do anything.
No. But you should be aware of your surroundings. You should know who's around you at what time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's these people are. And you know what the crazy thing is? It would be, and I'm not saying that I would want that, but it would be one thing if you did literally have police officers or security or whatever outside of your every movement. That would be a police state, and none of us want that. Then you can at least say, all right, they kind of got the argument that these dudes are literally like within every 6 or 7 feet of you. But let's hope they don't go tyrannical and take over. But you are literally wanting to take things from people, deny them their rights, and let them out amongst the wolves. You literally want to put you want to take all these people and just stick them out there. And then when they feel, and this is what I told somebody, I believe that it might not be all of their agenda, but I bet you there are 1 or 2 people brainstorming about this. How can we truly control all these people? Everybody. Why don't we keep fighting for gun control? And then violence is only going to increase. We know that. We're not going to tell those gun guys we agree with them, but we know that. And then they're going to give us more money to control them. They're going to cry for us to protect them. We're not going to give their guns back, but we'll give them more cops. We'll give them more security. We'll have different protocols. We'll make it difficult for you to go to this place or go to that place. We will truly create a police state because it's all about control. We control you. We control your finances. We control your finances. We control the direction of this country. And it's when we get that all on board, you are simply just sheep. And then you're going to see a true division. The rich and powerful, and everybody else is a peasant. It's going to go back mid-century on you real quick. And I believe that there are a couple of people out there trying to stir that up. I truly do.
Yeah. And I think like in the story of this guy here in the article, he thinks it's okay because these guys just took whatever they wanted to from him and then left him alone.
Yeah.
You know what? More of that's going to happen to you. I hope you're okay with it. And then eventually when you have nothing left, when you think you have nothing left, they're going to still take more from you because you always have something left until, maybe they'll take your possessions today. They'll take your house, your car, your money. They'll take your clothing. They'll, then you think, oh, I got nothing left. You can't take anything. They'll take your wife, your children. Okay. Then they'll take your life. Finally, that's how it happens in this world, not in some third world country, not somewhere else. It will happen right here in America. And people have seen that. People live that individually and they live it on a whole. We've seen it over and over again in America. And yet people in America don't want to wake up and realize that this can happen anywhere, especially here, especially because we are so complacent and we think that we're so protected. No, you're not protected. Okay. You have to protect yourself. Damn it. You have to defend yourself. And when you see people so ready, like all this crap is packed. This is I can hear Buckshot better than you.
Damn, Patrick R, stop it.
What happened? Oh, these people are so ready that this stuff is all prepackaged. And how we have representatives that are going for this, realizing that this is prepackaged and not putting, not saying, hey, we're not going to do anything with this later. We're going to come back to this or whatever. I'll never understand, unless they just decided a long time ago that this is the way that it's going to be. So let's see.
You guys are smart, man. Jesus. Woo! You guys got a lot of moving and shaking and grooving to do down there, man.
It's insane. Man. And I truly believe that if Florida passes something like this and falls to gun control, it's going to be a domino effect for other states to follow suit.
Yeah, Florida is definitely one of those states, you know, and I even use Florida as an example when I'm teaching other people about Missouri state law. Florida is a pioneer in a lot of stuff,
Yes.
you know, in a positive move for guns. It really is. And when you start seeing a staple like that, you know, kind of swaying, it's like, man, what is that? Where does that leave us in 10 years? Because Florida is one of those states you look to for gun rights. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, do we want to do some Gorn, or what do you guys want to do here?
I have nothing sitting around me.
I
have a VR headset sitting near me. That's about it, though.
Yeah. What you got, Walter?
Got a shotgun.
I got my shotgun. That's what I got.
That's all you need, according to Joe Biden.
Just fire 2 shots in the air.
Well, it could get the job done, son. Old school,
not firing it up in the air, but yes, I agree with you.
Old school, take care of business just fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 904 says the gunshine state. Laugh out loud. Not
it is,
anymore.
and it needs to remain that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to. You know, every Republican on that list, regardless whether in your district or not, should get a letter or an email or something.
Give him a phone call tomorrow.
Saying that, look, you know what? That ain't why you're there. You know?
Wait, absolutely. Okay, hold on. Opt Out of Gun Control says he has some 360 videos on his channel. I will totally, after this, put on the VR headset and watch the 360 videos, see how it works. And I think, Hank, you have some too. I've never tried it on YouTube, so I want to see how that actually works.
Try what?
Using the VR headset to watch a 360 video, because then you can like turn and see everything around you.
Oh, is Opt Out of Gun Control here in the chat?
Yeah. He just said he has some 360 vids to check.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about that. And shout out to Opt Out of Gun Control. He was at the rally in Tally.
Yes, we met him. We have some pictures with the guy. He's really, really nice guy.
Yeah. If you look on my Instagram, I threw up I think I put it on Facebook too. I threw up a picture of him. Really cool dude. And he was wearing this shirt, but not this exact one.
I remember seeing that picture.
The pull in case of emergency shirt. He was wearing that, and he's a good guy. You know, I think he's a stand-up guy. We're trying to get him to come on the show. I know he has a YouTube channel, so I recommend anyone now hanging out with us in the chat, go check out Opt Out of Gun Control, follow his YouTube channel or whatever else he has. He's a good guy, and we want to make sure that he knows that we appreciate him and the stuff that he's doing. So there you go.
Speaking of YouTube,
very, very humble guy too, by the way.
Yes, he was a very nice guy. Great.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that, Kevin.
Oh no, you're fine. I was cutting you off. I apologize. I will say that thanks to the Strangerholics, and it's a big deal for me. I came on this chat tonight 4 or 6 shy of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I now have 1,001. That's the 1,000.
Okay.
So big shout out to the Strangerholics. Appreciate that.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much. And for that, I will show you guys some Gorn. So this is what is this? A Parker 10mm. I think it says, yeah, 10mm SS pistol.
The fat now, 10mm.
Yeah. So there you go.
This is a 10mm shotgun, by the way.
Yeah. 10mm shotgun.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I want some 10mm.
Yeah. There you go. Really nice gun. This belongs to Tony. So there you go. Nice 10mm. All you guys like the 10mm.
That is a very nice 10 mil, but because I don't want to get shot with a 10 mil, I have to ask you a question, but I promise it's gun related. That is a beautiful gun.
Okay.
So keep playing with the gun. Don't lose it. But I've been threatened several times to figure out what's going on with this Barnauls thing. So you need to be thinking about that or mentioning something before I get hurt. Protect me. Because I'm not trying to get hurt.
Yeah. Oh, listen. It's right now. Barnauls is putting stuff together. They are making plans. It's going to happen.
Okay.
So as soon as I can actually, as soon as we're able to sit down and talk about it and give you guys details, we'll do that. I know that they are planning it. Everyone wants the details sooner than later. I'll reach out to them. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys start a campaign of reaching out to Barnauls and saying what happened to the rally to Barnauls? How about that?
Yeah, the tour to Barnauls. What happened to the tour at Barnauls?
Yeah, I know that they are planning it, though. They are planning on doing it. And I think right now, I know last time they said, okay, after SHOT Show, we're well after SHOT Show.
Yeah.
I think right now a lot of people are probably thinking about the NRA show.
Well, fucking
I don't, yeah. Well, I kind of agree with you on that.
I think a lot of us do.
Yeah, I really do agree with you.
But I am in support of the NRA, not as far as them being attacked by this post-shooting anti-gun crowd.
How insane is that?
Yeah, it's not the NRA's fault.
Yeah, your anger is totally misdirected, like completely misdirected.
Once they don't petition to get rid of that crappy sheriff down there.
Did you see the sign that went up? Oh God, I don't even know where it was. I just saw it on Truth About Guns or something like that. That said the NRA is a group of like a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Yet Antifa, nah, they're cool.
I think you need to take some of these badasses and throw them over with ISIS for a while.
Jesus.
And see what a terrorist.
You want to find out what a terrorist organization?
Yeah,
exactly. I got your terrorism right here.
As they throw you off a rooftop. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that battle worn look with the yellow. That looks really sweet.
Yeah. So this is one of Tony's guns.
That's a 300 black. I really like that Cerakote worn.
Yeah, there you go. So if you guys want to see it, it is Black Rain, and it's
that's a nice one.
Yeah, there you go. It's customized. What's the name of the guy that does this again? I think it's that's the don't tread. That's the don't tread on me snake. That's the don't tread on me snake right there. There you go. Yeah. Don't tread on me, snake.
That is really cool.
It's customized by a guy here in Gainesville, but this belongs to Tony. Every time I show Tony's guns and the guy doesn't get any credit, he cries like a big baby.
Do you know his name and or company?
His name is Big Baby. So that's what I'm going to call him.
I guess he's not going to be coating none of your guns.
Yeah, I guess we don't get anything out of him.
I personally don't. I don't give a crap.
No love for Hank Strange.
Yeah, I mean, because
if
you buy a gun from someone, you own the gun, dude. Did you get paid for this? Yes, you got paid for it. Okay, I'm showing the gun. I don't have to shout that person out every single time. If I remember or whatever, I've got no problem with that. I'm here to help companies.
You just do not remember his name right now.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
No, I don't, and I don't care to either.
There must be a backstory here somewhere. So.
And if you keep crying like a baby, then I don't know what to say for you. I mean, I'll
get you with my baby gun.
Yeah, how grown ass men just get into crying like big babies. I don't know. But,
Hank, I probably after tonight, I probably would not send another one of your guns in there to be circled.
This isn't Cerakoted. This is Duracoated, I would say. But listen, it is nice. It is a nice gun. I like the color.
You better not ask for a crayon coloring marker, magic markers. Nothing.
It's not me. I didn't get it done. I'm just showing someone's gun.
You got the bat.
Yeah, I also have the bat. Do you know how many times I get into here we go, here's the bat. And by the way, I'm still gonna talk about the person. I think we're gonna pick someone who won that handguard, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. But I remember one time I got into something. You know what? I was in Arizona and I was visiting my friend Mike Daddy, and he had a gun that he built, right? Mm-hmm. So I took a picture of it. I thought it was cool. I was like, hey, man, he showed it to me. He was like any gun guy. He was like, hey, this is something I just recently built. I thought, oh, this is cool. I put it down on the ground, took a picture of it, threw it up on my Instagram. And then there was this company that I knew, and I thought we were cool and everything. And then they were treating me really messed up whenever I saw them. And I was like, what's the problem with you guys? And they said, oh, because you're showing a gun from someone who's our competitor. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. And they showed me that picture of Mike's gun.
You were like,
and I was like, that's my friend's gun. I don't even know whose parts those are. I don't even care. That's my friend's gun. I put a picture of it on the internet. What's wrong? But you know what? Because they did that stupid shit, I actually found out what that company was. And now I'm cool with the guys that made the parts that were on his gun. And I could give two craps about the other company because they had to be dicks about it.
Yeah, you should have been like, where's the exclusivity deal? I don't see a contract.
Yeah, don't be a dick about it. It's just it's not worth it.
I've seen that bat hanging in Tony's office before. Is that real barbed wire or rubber barbed wire?
Oh, no, this shit is real.
It's actually real. Wow, okay, that's really cool.
This will totally mess you up. You let your audio get messed up one more time. You're gonna find out how real this is.
Okay, here's a question though. What's the name of the bat? You don't.
It's called what's
you don't even know.
No, I don't know. It's from Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's Lucille.
I know. Lucille, there you go. That sounds familiar.
Who owns the bat?
Some dude on The Walking Dead.
It's Negan's bat.
Negan? I don't even know who the hell that is. Do they all have bats like this on The Walking Dead?
He's the only one that has that.
He's the only person that has a bat.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's his trademark.
And it looks exactly like this?
Yes.
No. Does it? I don't know. You sure?
Yeah. Lucille's got all the barbed wire.
Okay, you're right. I'm so used to seeing all of the black ones with the engraving, the fake ones.
Yeah. That is. I didn't realize that was real barbed wire. That's like super legit.
Yeah, it's really legit. It's made by Praetorian Ventures, I think. And there you go.
Tell you what, man, I have one of those made for you in an hour.
Okay,
all I gotta do is buy a wooden ball bat and some barbed wire, and you got it, man.
Okay, I gotta actually go buy the bat and the barbed wire, huh?
Oh, we go steal some barbed wire from one of your neighbors.
Yeah, plenty of fins.
Probably if you look a little down the road, you probably see some broken someplace.
Yeah,
rip off a hunk. Yeah,
get it good and rusty. It'll look perfect.
Yeah, it looks like you got some.
And by the way, I think this is made by Praetorian Ventures, I think, and Leviathan LLC is how we got these in here.
That is a $100 bat right there. I just looked at their website.
Well, hell, they should be making them. Yeah.
So I think Tony got this as a gift. So.
It's super cool.
Yeah. So there you go. I'll be extra careful with it. And do you notice my metal pirates flag right up here?
Finally got out of the cottage.
Yeah. I threw it up there, threw the pirates flag up there. That's from Artistic Metal Design, I think. Man. I'm just trying to remember everyone except Big Baby. Like, you know what? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even gonna get super deep into it. So
yeah, there's a backstory. There must be a backstory.
Yeah, there's always a backstory.
Yeah. Because you don't call too many people Super Big Baby, but
yeah, some people just like lose their minds, man. So
they just rub me the wrong.
There's always drama.
Rub me the wrong way, son.
Yeah, there's always drama in the LBC.
Relationships ended off of pictures.
No, it's so crazy. It's so, like I post stuff because Tony has a bunch of cool guns. When you come here, Kevin, you'll see that he has a bunch of guns, and he got one of these tactical walls set up in his office. We're dealers for tactical walls. Mm-hmm. And the guy, these tactical walls, really cool stuff. He really loves this, and he has a whole bunch of guns in his office. So when I'm looking for pictures or whatever, I throw up pictures, and that person just gets mad every time because I don't even know what their social media is. How to, why don't you just go in there and go, hey, that's my stuff, thanks.
Yeah.
If anyone's looking, that's what I would do.
Yep, I would hijack it.
Yeah, I would just go in there and go, oh, by the way, I make that stuff, or I did that.
Or reshare or repost it. And
say, exactly. Yeah, and do what you want. Say whatever you want. Don't be a big baby about it. And then try to act like you're all big, bad, and tough or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, Hank, stop it.
Because I don't give a shit.
That's why you need to have a real business and just stay busy all day. You ain't got time for that silliness.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. Right now, I'm like trying to fight bigger battles over here.
I understand that. I'm talking about other folks. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So okay. So I don't know if you guys went to hankstrange.tv and put your email in, and then I said that we're going to use that to notify you guys of what's going on. Like when we got big baby stuff going on around here.
Baby.
Okay, I'm gonna get off that. So anyway, we're doing the hankstrange.tv. You gotta go put your email address in there, and then we will keep you notified of stuff. But what I want to do is make it turn it into a fun thing. So ATI Outdoors has come on board and they're sponsoring us. This is one of the things they make, handguard, very lightweight, 15-inch handguard. There you go. See, very awesome. I'm giving this away to someone, and they actually picked out of all the people, they sent me a message, and they picked out, I don't even know how to pronounce this, it's X-Ranelix. So whoever
out there, X-Ranelix, Please contact Hank Strange and details on how to pick up your prize.
Yeah, I don't know who X Renelix is. I'm going to ask
giving
him.
him like 24 hours to claim this, and then it goes to somebody else, or
then you're giving that to Walther Keller. Thank you.
Kevin is like, wait a second.
I got first dibs.
You're too late, Kevin. You got to be automatic with your dibs.
All right, man. All right. I missed the ball on that one.
Don't be shy, Kevin. Don't be shy.
No, but listen, if you guys really have a project for something, then I can get one of these from ATI. We could do a project. I think they make really good stuff. They're really nerdy about what they build. So, you know, which means that they put a lot of effort, development, and design into what they do. They came on board.
It looks like he's in chat. Well, at least somebody claimed it. It said exhale. That's me. So,
oh, wait, that's exhale?
It might be exhale.
Okay, I know for a fact Exhale is in the email thing.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna verify Exhale.
So I think
you could be trying to trick me like freaking Keith Perry. I'm not gonna let you do a Keith Perry to me, Exhale.
Can't pull a Keith Perry. That's the new one. We got to start calling it a Keith Perry.
Yeah. Anytime someone lies to us on this show from now on, it's a Keith Perry.
It's a Keith Perry.
But yeah, we're gonna put it out there. I'm gonna make as a matter of fact, I'll make a freaking snippet out of this.
Oh no, it's not Exhale. He's lying to us. He pulled a Keith Perry.
Look, Kevin, do you see how quickly that? Do you see how quickly that went bad? He actually Keith Perry'd us right in the moment we invented the Keith Perry.
Hey, man, you know, he's quick on his feet.
Damn it!
Well, that wasn't me. Not me.
Oh, so now he's like, yeah, okay. So we'll give him a chance. If anyone knows who X Renelix is, or
Extra. Do you have the? Oh, I'll find it later.
Yeah, it's XRANELLAX. It's probably XR Enelax or XR.
Xlax.
I don't know, something like that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and that person will get this. But this won't be the end. I'm telling you guys, every single thing that I give away is going to go through HankStrange.tv from now on. That includes Walter has promised.
You're giving away Walter?
Yeah,
that's weird.
You don't want me.
We can give him away. We can give him away.
I'm too. No, you don't want me.
You gotta feed him every night. He's really needy.
I get ornery and stuff. Yeah,
might be some ladies out there that want him. Yeah. See, now you want to know. Where's Peggy?
Yeah,
is Peggy not home?
She's here. She's here.
Oh. Okay.
I got my lady.
Yeah, everything that we're going to give away from now on is going to go through. You have to be in the email list, and we're giving away a 50 sometime, right, Walter?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah. So you might want to sign up for that.
Huh? Yeah, get a 50. I'm just saying.
So Kevin, the rules are the person has to be in that email list, and there's no other rules, dude.
That's it.
So that means if you're in that email list.
Oh, now
that thing comes up and you qualify, you could win that.
I'll join. And now see, this might I don't want this to sound bad.
Wait, hold on. He's thinking about. Anytime you see Kevin thinking about it, something bad is about to come out of his mouth.
This will be easy. I got it. Okay, I got it. This is an easy way of saying it. I will join the email list just because it's a new effort. It's cool. I think it's a great idea. I personally will not accept a prize because I believe there are other people out there that are more deserving for the efforts and support. What I will say is I want a damn 50. And I will do an email list.
I will do anything.
And I'm willing to give mine back. See, I'm being nice. I'm willing to give it back. Know, the guy, but no, that's one thing. I will sign up and I'll do all that. But if I win the 50, Hank, I'm going to give it back and we're going to auction it or something.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I just think that's the right thing to do. Yeah. In our position, when we get our hands on stuff a little easier than other people.
Yeah, and by the way, Exhale says he already won the 50. I don't think so. He's out of control.
Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. Axis and Armin said it's called first dibs on it. So.
Oh no. So Ant These Nuts says he changed his name to Ant These Nuts TV, which is funny. He says, how do we get on the list? You get on the email list by going to hankstrange.tv. There's a video there that explains how to do it, but below the video there's a box. You put your email in there, you enter it, and then it tells you all the other things you can do to follow us on social media and support us. But we will use that list to keep in touch with you and let you know things that are going on, or if YouTube or some other place pulls the rug out from under us, we will use that to communicate with you. We started doing it because we realized, like, when they killed the channel, we literally lost access to over 60,000 people. And, you know, I don't plan to keep going down that route. I realize what we're doing here with YouTube and Facebook and all these places is we're building something for other people that it doesn't really belong to us, and they could do whatever they want, whenever they want to.
Yep.
So it's a fight that I'm going to start doing this email list. It's simple, but it's a very effective way to keep in touch with folks. And as a added bonus to doing this with us, you know, I'm going to give every single thing. And you guys know I give away stuff, and I even have a whole bunch of stuff building up in the background to give away. Ask Babyface. Am I wrong? All right.
We have so much stuff we could give away.
Yeah.
Just say yes, baby.
That cottage, if we cleaned it out,
yeah. There's a
Oh,
lot
God.
of stuff in there.
Yeah. So we have lots of good things to give away. So and we're going to do that. We're going to do it through the list. You just need to go there. So that's the long and short of that.
I just signed up, and it's very, very easy to do. Took all of 2 seconds. So guys, please go do it.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of it. And I actually encourage other people. I encourage all you guys here, or anyone who's here that's you know, that's doing the social media thing with me. I think it's a good idea. It wasn't my idea. I got it from other people, and they said, hey, you know, as a matter of fact, Tony was the one that really just like cemented it. And he was like, dude, stop messing around and do this thing. And so he actually went and got the HankStrange.tv, paid for it, and he's like, I'm going to set all of this up for you. So,
We should,
you know, I
buy
think that's
Hank
awesome.
Strange.
I don't, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, so there you go. That's how you get into it. That's how you do that. We will be giving away more stuff. Was there any other news that we missed out on? Did you guys have any?
Oh, hell.
I just you kind of brought it up already, or somebody in the chat did, how they were they did release the fact that he wasn't using 30-round magazines.
Something about 10-round magazines?
They're 10-rounders, weren't they?
Yep, 10-rounders.
I mean, you could do lots of damage with 5-round with a bolt action.
That's just proof.
That's exactly my point, man. Anybody that gets halfway proficient with a bolt gun can wreak havoc, man. I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, lever action. I mean, the lever action doesn't reload that fast, but my God, you can put some rounds out. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. What we need here is you know, people just need to be able to defend themselves. So,
well, you know, yeah, without a doubt, because 9 times out of 10, first time there's fire exchange, the person runs, you know, tail between legs and hauls ass or does this.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Tyvin Show is telling me not to forget about the people that support us on Patreon. I appreciate all the people that support us on Patreon. And it's been awesome. There's been a great outpouring on there, and we're happy for that. But however, I want everyone to know this who's on Patreon. They also can pull the rug out from under us.
That is a leftist run organization.
Yep.
Based in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And they're not friends of gun people at all. They're friends of the other side, and they're making tons of money off of Patreon, by the way, at that little 5% or whatever they get from there. And I wish I was pulling that in. But so just be aware that when they get tired of us in their sandbox, they're going to kick us out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm serious. The people on Patreon have really stepped up over the last few weeks that all this stuff happened, and we really do appreciate it. And this is also one of the reasons why we set this thing up, you know. And by the way, there's lots of folks from Patreon that are in the email list already, you know, and we appreciate those guys. Lola and I, we do lots of things for them. We're always sending them things and doing things for them, and we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose that at all. But all of this comes down to we don't own any of this stuff.
Right. You're just you're playing in somebody else's.
Yeah. I feel like this is like a civil rights thing almost that we're into, man. They're trying to make us, I'm not trying to belittle what happened in the past in America and all over the world, but they're literally trying to make us sit on the back of the bus on everything. You know, they're literally trying to say, yeah, you guys can't do this here. You can't do that here. You know, we didn't accept that in America. We didn't accept that in lots of places around the world. We should not accept that now. You know, and if the shoe were on the other foot and, you know, we were the ones running everything, and then we all of a sudden said, yeah, you guys can't talk about, you know, this belief or that belief, or you can't, you know, you can't associate yourself with this gender or whatever. How would you feel that we were the only people that are armed? That's what you're trying to do to the whole world. That's what you're doing to yourself. That's what you're setting yourself up for. And I could tell you, I've met people from lots of religions and beliefs, and those people want to be able to defend themselves. And I think it's too bad that there's other people going against their interests. So, you know, this is what we got to do here. Okay, I don't want to take up all of whatever time we have left. Someone's asking us about, I'm trying to see who it is. I missed it already. Someone said they're getting an AR, and they're looking in the $1,000 to $1,500 range. Do you guys have any recommendations?
$1,000 to $1,500. Well, it depends.
I'm sorry, $1,500 to $2,000. Wow,
that's
all in.
What's the name of the company? Oh my God.
Daniel Defense?
Nah, Daniel Defense.
But do you really need that? That's the question. What do you? I mean, are you just going to plink or you just want to tote it around and show your buddies? I mean, I don't know. You know?
Yeah. Eli. You want
to carry your HK to the gun show, but it's not for sale.
Come on.
That's old days. I'm sorry, Kevin. That's old gun show days. You see these guys walking around with their HKs and stuff, not pistols but rifles. Is that for sale? Oh no, it ain't for sale. I'm just showboating.
I think you have lots of really good options at that price point. You really do.
You buy literally anything, but I mean, I would definitely say, I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, you got Spikes, you got Daniel, you got Black Rain, you got, you know,
Bravo Company,
Nice and Smith, you got Bravo Company. I mean, you can get anything in that price range.
At that, I say get an SHTF 50 50 BMG. Can you get it for that, or you can get
you can get into one for that. I mean, if you get a single shot, you can get a whole rifle for that price or less. So,
there you go. Get you a 50. You might need it pretty soon.
For that, you're almost, when you go 2,000, you're almost getting into Knight's Armament almost. So
yeah, that's a
you know, and that's where you get into the.
Okay, give me a big.
Really? Okay. The cuteness is totally. The cuteness has arrived. Yeah. What's up?
What up?
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Kaylin, do you want to say your speech real quick? Go ahead. You know it.
Okay, about.
Go ahead.
Freedom, freedom, let it ring, said Dr. King. Let us live in harmony. Peace and love for you and me. Freedom, freedom, let it ring, said Dr. King.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Way to go.
Bravo.
And the Oscar goes to the cuteness.
Baby.
Yeah, the Oscar goes to the cuteness. There you go. Let me see. I got a couple of things here. Cyrus308 says Patreon last week. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Mr. 1MOA says he joined Patreon for me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You know, I appreciate that so much. Let's see. I don't know if there's anyone else that joined Patreon. Let me know, though. I will be happy to shout you guys out here on the show. So there you go. And Joe Guzman said, "A Star is Born."
Speaking of that, I don't think I saw it on Facebook. It's probably been around for a while. There's a video of a young lady that's at the Lincoln Memorial, and she sings the national anthem inside. Just starts singing.
Oh, because the Lincoln Memorial has like great harmonics
and she starts singing, and man, she rocks the place.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The echo in there is amazing.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. That's been around for a while. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Richard Hughes says just pledged on Patreon. Thank you, Richard Hughes. One CH Shock. I'm sure I'm saying that. One Shock probably says for $2,000 I get an AR and an AK. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'd say.
You know. 33 Bravo is talking about the CZ Bren.
That's a nice gun.
That's an
Kevin just drooled.
You are not allowed, Kevin. You're not allowed.
I have a Bren, the Bren 80, the Bren rifle, the Bren pistol actually, and that's a nice gun for 223. So
Walter, did I send you? I think I sent you a link the other day, didn't I? Did you see that, Walter Keller?
You sent me something the other day, and what was that?
Oh, I don't know where I sent it. Somebody was selling the original Bren parts kits.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, the Oscars happened yesterday. I'm not trying to cut you guys off.
Does anybody actually care?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care, but who should get, this is not a category in the Oscars, but who should get the Oscar for best gunplay and use of firearms?
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
In a movie.
Oh, Keanu.
Done.
Keanu Reeves.
John Wick.
John Wick 2. John Wick 2. The Oscar goes to you, sir.
I don't think it qualified. Probably.
It qualified. As far as I'm concerned,
it wasn't touchy feely enough.
It was freaking awesome. Is what it was.
Yeah, I would definitely say to go to him. I got to hang out. One of my new buddies is I don't know if you guys know who he is. His name is Buck. He goes by Follow Through Buck on Instagram. If you guys don't follow him, I would advise you do. So he's actually we hung out in Vegas a couple of times, took some pictures. But he's that movie The Rock has coming out. It's not Rampage, but the other one, Skyscraper.
Skyscraper?
Yeah, it's got a movie. Yeah,
The Rock has like 10 movies coming out right now.
Yeah, this one. But I was looking at, I'm like, Buck is actually he's actually directing. He's the firearms director on scene.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's my dream job, dude.
Dream job. You said Follow Through Buck?
Yeah, Follow Through Buck. He's his company. He runs a training organization called Follow Through. He's out in I believe Buck is in Utah. But if you look him up, man, you will see him. You'll see him with pictures with The Rock on scene and stuff like that, getting the guys together. But yeah, I was like very envious.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah. Hamburger Helper says he watched the Louder with Crowder live stream. It was hold on a second.
I like Crowder.
Wait, was Crowder?
I'm not a weird person or anything. The Follow Through Buck's not a bad looking man himself. So.
Oh shit!
You know, I mean, it's
just gone gay on us. He's gay for.
All right, I said he's a handsome man.
He wants Follow Through Buck to follow through.
No, I'm not.
I got tons of these, Walter. We could go all day.
He's got that rock look too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh really? Oh okay.
Buck's a cool dude. He's in great shape.
Wait, is this your? I've seen this guy before. This is your friend, right?
Yeah, he was on the same season. He was on the recent season of New War 2. I think he was on the episode before me or right after me. Yeah, he's the dude's a stacked house, man. He knows.
Oh, Kevin also in love.
Oh, he's a Marine Recon, so he's all right. Man.
Is this the guy? He runs around in the desert and stuff like that?
No, he doesn't run around. He trains in pretty rural area, but he doesn't run around the desert.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know who you guys are talking about. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Cool. Some man love has happened on the thing here. That's always good. We support your decisions. We support your decisions.
You can't compliment anybody.
If
it was me, you'd be teasing me like there's.
Oh man, you guys got to read what Tango Hunter just typed in the chat.
What?
Okay.
Just read it.
Opened the can of worms. I did.
Tango Hunter says Death Wish. Is that what you're saying?
No, he says Walter's not gay. They call it progressive.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah. God Almighty.
Peggy's gonna be wondering, like, what's going on with you?
No,
yeah. You're gonna be dreaming like, oh, Buck, follow through, Buck. Your dreams and.
Oh dear.
Peggy, just let us know.
Should we wrap this before it gets any more out of hand?
I think I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go back to. Let's see here.
I can't help but torture.
I'm gonna go back to this. Sorry.
Is this what? Oh, you gotta go back. What?
He's gonna whip out his 12 gauge again.
Yeah. No, he's showing us pictures. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let me. You know what? Let me wrap this up. Okay. Let's start with Babyface. Babyface, what's going on with you, man? Other than sitting on the floor because you don't know how to use USB audio.
Hey, look, it works in every other situation. Hangouts is just a pile of crap. So I think there is a big old switchboard sitting in front of you somewhere, and we're gonna be making some cool stuff with it. I'm gonna hopefully start to run some things there when we got some time.
Oh yeah, I've got
switchboard like Hank can rap on it or something. Or,
No, there's actual. It's a mixer he's talking about.
Yeah, that's on me, man.
Yeah, it looks like a 16 track or something like that. Mixer.
Yeah, so we're gonna it's gonna be used for switching for handling the whole podcast, everything podcast.
Oh, yeah, one of these days you guys are gonna see that whole podcast get bumped up to like 9,000.
This could be crazy
around here. You know, it's gonna be insane. We're gonna be like Fox News up in here, except we're not gonna have the big legs.
Nationwide.
Yeah, we're not gonna have that. So, okay, Kevin, what's going on with you, man?
Doing well.
By the way, Kevin.
Yes.
You got a couple shades darker during the show. Congratulations.
Thank you. I had to go find my roots. And, come back.
Oh, wait. One more thing, Kevin. One more thing, since you mentioned your roots, that just reminded me. You know, my brother actually, remember there was a while ago that you were on one of your rants. I can't remember which one. And you said you didn't know like what your background was. And my brother Anonymous Strange offered to pay for you to get the genetic test.
Okay. I'll take him up on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm just saying, I keep forgetting to tell you that, but
okay.
He wanted me to tell you that he's there's a whole thing that he's doing, and he'll be happy to help you get the genetic test. So
it's cool to do.
Not a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I won't interrupt anymore. I'm done.
No, that's fine.
Wait, one more thing. No, I'm just kidding.
But you can just a minute, Kevin. Just a minute.
Just a second. Not much is really going on. I got the We the People series. If you guys have not went out there on NOC Firearms channel, highly advise you go watch the We the People series. I think it brings a great viewpoint on how to communicate with people, even people that are anti-gun. There's even some messaging in there for them. And I invite you to share that with people you know that are anti-gun too. I think it's a great way to communicate. More videos and stuff coming out. Because of all the craziness, I'm just now starting to pump out videos from SHOT Show. Because it was so much other stuff going on.
We're getting ready to go to the next SHOT Show.
I know, man. I don't know what to say. The biggest thing right now is next week. I am happy. In a couple of weeks, we have Aiming for the Truth shoot here in St. Louis. That's going to be great for raising money for families. We have July 21st in St. Louis. We're going to be July 14th. We're going to have the Advocate Tour. So Noor is going to bring his gun here, and we're going to tour it and model it for people and stuff like that.
And his gun is the Advocate?
The Advocate, the souped up HK VP9.
Okay.
And then Tier Defense.
I thought it was a High Point, but okay.
Hush it off. No, and the guys at Tier Defense, they're going to bring up a bunch of their guns where people can shoot them for free and stuff. The biggest thing, big shout out to I don't know if you guys can see there in the background. So there's one of the shirts coming out. That's Forge from Freedom. This one is
cool. Oh, this is your Forge from Freedom shirt. All right.
So the store is not up yet. It will be up in the next couple of weeks, but this is one of the first models. This one it has the same logo as this shirt on the front.
And is it size 20 extra large or something? Or is it something?
I have it spread out for you can see all the words.
Oh, okay.
It's on a black background, so all we
okay.
see are the words.
Yeah, all we see is the words.
It
looks huge. It looks like there's a giant standing behind you.
Green giant.
It says, violence is the problem, accuracy is the solution.
I like it.
Awesome. Very well done.
I'll buy one.
So when that store opens up, man, you got to come. I mean, obviously, come on, promote it, or tag us all on social media, etc., so we can help you out with that.
I will be buying one.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. And then we have the new hats as well. That will be out at the same time. We're gonna get some more of these. I got these to model them, just to see if people like them. I didn't get yelled at too much, so.
It looks 10 times better than any HK hat you ever wore.
Jeez.
So
I got my HK hat like right here.
No, that's fine. That's great. I love that.
And other than that, man, I appreciate all the love on Patreon. Patreon supporters did a great thing last month. I actually put up pictures of we got kids some shoes and some school uniforms, so that was exciting and cool. So if you guys want to support on Patreon for stuff like that, it's Patreon/NOC Firearms. On YouTube, it's NOC Firearms channel. On Facebook, I'm really trying to drive people over to the new Facebook of mine. It's KD for Kevin Dixie, KD of NOC, and also NOC Firearms Training on Facebook, and on Instagram at NOC Firearms Training, all one word, no spaces. And just looking forward to more cool stuff coming out, man, and doing more gun stuff. I can't wait till we just get back to shooting guns. I really can't, but
yeah. There's some comments here. People want to know. They say it's a cool shirt. They like it. We're still waiting on the KD Burrow shirt.
Oh, actually, you know what? In the designs, so I know because the Burrow started here. So there were a lot. It's like, when you're going to do a Burrow shirt. So in the submission, the designs of shirts, when the store opens, there is. I'm not going to tell you what the design is, but there is a Burrow shirt. It is.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
Yep,
okay.
There is
awesome.
a Burrow shirt.
That violence accuracy one's pretty cool, but I may just buy a Burrow instead.
The Burrow shirt would be cool. The SBR shirt is kind of nice too.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
All of these sound cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want here. I'm gonna put in my request. I want a rant shirt, like you know, a Kevin Dixie just throwing guns.
The whole back is just
like just guns going up in the air.
I think that's within Sam's creative abilities. Probably. Pretty sure he can pull it off.
It should just say something like, "Hold on, I need to say something real quick." ...
Yeah, like Doc, run for cover. Someone wanted to know if you do a genetic test, if you have to give your real name. Nope, you don't. So there you go. You don't have to give your real name. You can give whatever name you want when you do that. So there you go. Walter, what's going on with you? Oh, I see you've got your what are you calling this thing? We can't hear you. You're muted or something.
His audio.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, we go. I was calling it Top Dog.
Top Dog. Okay,
yeah.
Top Dog. Yeah. All right. So
yeah.
Got those. When are those going out? If people
I got them right now, man. I got them. So.
Okay. So if you want those, you need to go to Safety Harbor. Where do you want them to go? Facebook?
They're you can go on Facebook. I've got them on eBay. Actually, we have an Etsy site too, where all the artsy fartsy stuff.
Oh, really? Man, we do. There's lots of changes happening to you.
What do you mean?
Lots of changes.
Are you trying to be a wise guy or something, or what? Well, you have a problem with that? Is that you have a problem with that?
No. I accept your you-ness.
Yeah. Anyways, we making the guns like they make the donuts. You know, somebody's got to do it. You come in the morning early and make the donuts. You make the guns.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So working on the HK stock parts going off tomorrow to be anodized. Some of them.
Yeah. Scott Rousseau says you don't even have to use your own sperm when you do a DNA. Kevin is like, wait a second, I got to give up sperm.
I was listening to your sperm conversation and turning my hat backwards so people can know that. Then I got distracted by the other talk.
Yeah, it says be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared.
I guess when Hank Strange did his, he had to donate some sperm. I didn't have to donate.
No, I didn't. So. No, absolutely not.
No.
It's just a little spit. If you got sperm in there, I don't know what's wrong with you.
You missed. You came out the wrong hole.
Yeah.
But anyway,
something bad happened.
This is getting derailed real quick.
Spitting up, yeah.
You know what's good? Lola's not even hearing this. I'm looking at her. She has no clue what we're talking about right now.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. On that note, I think I'm gonna say good night.
All right. Listen, it's been fun. Thanks for everyone for joining. I want to thank everyone that supports us, all the folks in the chat. Thank you for joining the show tonight, for sharing and liking and all the comments and all that kind of great stuff. We'll be back tomorrow. I have no idea who's coming on tomorrow, but I'm sure it's going to be someone cool. We're going to be doing some cool stuff this week. I want to thank everyone that sponsors the Hank Strange situation. Safety Harbor Firearms right there, the rest of the Keller family, Andrew's Custom Leather, Big Daddy Guns, and of course, now we could say, where is it? Boom, ATI Outdoors as well, man.
ATI Outdoors
is doing it. So, you're going to see some projects coming out with that stuff. We've done stuff with them already in the past. So if you guys look on my channel, you can see that. Thanks to everyone here on the panel, Babyface P, Kevin Dixie. Good to see you back in here, Kevin. And of course, Walter. Good being back. Absolutely. He's back bringing the trouble while he was away. I think he was getting these hats all made up and doing all kinds of stuff. So you know what? We will see you guys soon. We are out of here.
Goodbye, everyone.
We're out. We're out of here.